Thanks, Craig.
Hello. All right.
Jack would say, good day.
What was the little Yeti face thingy supposed to be?
That is one of my missions. Let's see. That is slay the monster lurking in the jungle between Fool's Crossing and Brushwick. It bears a distinctive mark that looks like an 8-pointed star.
Okay.
Gave it star eyes.
I
Had star
see.
eyes.
It's roughly between points 14 and 21 on the map. So somewhere in that
Yeah,
there,
it's forest area.
the monster to slay. It came to me at
You
some
said between what?
What was it?
You said between what and what?
Fool's Crossing, which I believe is 14, and
Yeah.
Brushwick, which I believe is 21.
It's 22.
Oh, my bad. Misread the map. Makes much more sense on why Mr. Monster is where he is.
And I was about to move it, and I was like, wait, let me double check.
Gage shouldn't be in charge of the map. That's what's learned today. I did have a thought, though. This is I don't know if this is definitely a camera thought. I don't know if it's would be a Gage thought, but something through Gage's experience. I have learned that in this world, saving money is not the wisest idea. It is better to put your investments into physical commodities, such as armor, weapons, and items. Because if you save your gold, you might run into tax collectors and lose some percentage. So far, from what we know, half. So the longer we keep gold in our pocket, the longer we are likely to lose it. So at some point,
fair.
we should maybe on the way to whatever we decide to do next, stop by a city and translate our money into physical assets, which are hopefully less likely to be taken from us, at least by tax collectors. That's just my thought.
How much gold did we earn from Mr. Ohio?
150, split 3 ways is 50.
Okay.
We initially had 10 gold each, which giving up half meant we had 5. So Adrian and I are at 55 gold. I forget, you had some sort of additional penalty from the tax collector. I think they said, give me all of it. So you might be at a flat 50 gold.
That could be why I don't have any gold written anywhere. But I also didn't write down the Ohio Jack gold.
I went back and checked last night when I was working on my character sheet. I saw 5 gold on my D&D Beyond thing. I'm like, is that really what I have? Or is that just some, congratulations, you've made a new character, you have 5 gold. So I went back to confirm.
I have 57.
Oh. I do see 50 gold from Ohio.
I think you had extra gold,
In my items.
Adriana,
Yeah.
Okay.
from your feet, or not your feet, your background.
Okay.
You are like a gold person from Gold Town.
Mm,
She's not from Gold Town, but she's a gold shaper.
I can
Not that
fix
you guys know
my
that
gold.
yet.
Can you, that's right, I don't know that. With my ignorance, can you shape our gold into something that looks like iron till it's time to spend it and then shape it back into gold?
She's not an alchemist.
Is that within your purview? Hypothetically speaking.
Can you melt it down and make it worth more?
That's another good point, yes. Can you shape the gold into something that would be worth more than its current coin state?
I can shape the gold into an arm and use it later if my arm falls off.
Good to know.
Okay. Okay, wait. If we
That's something.
golden arm might be better. Like we don't know what the. There's probably a lot of people missing limbs with this jungle. Like this jungle's pretty nasty. That's a prosthetic, a golden prosthetic. There's probably like a warlord somewhere around here. We bank our money. If not, as needed, we can just hand off like fingers. Be like, here you go. Here's a pinky. How much can I get the pinky for? I'm open to the idea.
I do want to reserve a little bit to identify my staff of catwalk crumbling.
But we already know what it does.
I know. I just want, I want to know more.
Okay. Oh, I think we pick where to go and spend some of our cash along the way. Gage has several places he would like to go, and we'll definitely try to convince his other companions to join him on his quest to save the world. I don't remember what your guys' current motivations are, or if you have places you want to go. Gage is going to be going places. He could be convinced to go other places. He
Gage
does
is
like
going
you.
places.
He is going places. He could be convinced to like go other places, but like if you want to go there, like but I don't remember what you two want to be doing. Or
I'm
just
essentially following the food.
following the food.
Following the food.
My temple is not on this map. It's up north. So we probably should not go to my place yet.
I thought you were trying to establish a new one in this area.
Are you an evangelist?
I thought that was
Uh,
the thing that you were tasked with.
She was doing research she wanted to establish, or at least
Oh,
I guess
okay.
I shouldn't speak
Okay.
for her.
I'm trying to remember. 'Cause
Yeah. It's been a little.
Yeah, I think
But
I saw the
I
last.
could have sworn that was one of the things that.
I think that was her main goal
What's her name?
eventually,
Okay.
because that is a thing in this world, in this land, is there is religion, and there are like the pantheon of gods, and different people worship different ones, but it's not a very prevalent thing. There's not tons of clerics and people running around this land.
Sad to see the nation turn wayward. You have a very righteous goal.
the reason I left home was to learn more about my goddess. And I would like to eventually make a temple.
Looking for a good place, build your temple. Question is going to be like, do you build your temple in a place where you find some people who are like easy converts, or do you establish it in a place that is full of people who are not easy converts but definitely need solace in their life? That's something only you can answer. Difficult questions. All right. Well, let's look at the cities.
A little deep for this early in the morning.
That's true.
All right, you guys
I
ready?
was thinking about like magical ice, like could be interesting, but I don't know how we would store the magical ice.
What's
hot.
its magical properties?
Don't know. Maybe it just stays forever cold, which would be awesome. We could build a refrigerator, like a traveling cooler.
My bag of holding is now a chilled bag holding.
Yes, exactly. A bag of chilling. So yeah, I was thinking about we should try to go someplace somewhat near us, and that has a town along the way. So I was thinking Gage was thinking of either going to try to retrieve magical ice from Burkhart, or trying to find the monster that's between Fool's Crossing and Brushwick, and probably stopping in. I don't. Well, I'd say stopping in Fool's Crossing, but
Mhm.
that. Do you really want to stop in a place called Fool's Crossing? Does that make us fools?
Only if we cross?
Yeah, I'd say we could go to what is 21?
It's where Rascom is, where the people that we
Mhm.
just saved from the last.
Yeah, I
we're
was wondering, like,
ahead.
do we really want to run into them right away? Is it too soon? We could bump into them later, but we could do Rascom, then Burkhart, and then not Burkhart, Brushwick, and then look for the monster. But for whatever reason, I was feeling going east, even though that's probably scary. We would probably have to get winter clothes at some point. I don't know how cold it's going to get, but if there's magical ice and it's in the mountain, it is probably chilly.
It's fine. Who needs extra clothes?
But if we knock that out now, we never have to go back there again, and we can just kind of go down and west and from place to place. So yeah,
Yeah.
Gage is pretty set to, like, let's go east. He likes the idea of getting this off his list, and I don't know. There's just something about that. Cameron likes the idea of trying to make a magical refrigerator.
Do you want to go straight east to Velgardi?
Yeah, I was hoping to do that, even though on the map
Velgardi.
there's these like creepy spider things. That's kind of ominous.
If
But-
you would have asked me, I would say Bulgaria is a great place to go. That's where I just came from.
Okay,
That makes sense if you were going from there.
just go home.
Just backtrack a little. Do
Uh,
you see any big spiders while you were there?
Is it scary? That makes it sound less ominous. Is there shopping? Like, could we get
Oh
equipment?
yeah. There's lots of shopping.
Yeah, I say we go back, visit your
Right.
hometown, and then we go up
Oh.
into the mountains.
That's not my hometown. I have some friends there.
Mhm.
They're great.
I will just warn you or point out to you. I'm not saying you can't go there for sure, but you did not travel. You did a lot of magical traveling
Yes.
between your hometown and Belgari, and also they basically like tree strided you
Mhm.
to
Puerto Rico.
Bundrico.
So she
So
doesn't actually know the path from here to
yes,
there.
That's what maps are for. We head east, we cross the river, and then we find it. It's easy.
Yeah.
Sure.
and I will give, I guess, Hubert, you have been warned about large flowing bodies of water as being incredibly dangerous. You've been told about the Forsaken River,
Oh, that
which
sounds
is
bad.
the river that's in between you guys and that and Belgari
Forlorn River.
physically. Or forlorn. Is it forlorn? One
Yeah,
of them is forsaken, one of them is forlorn.
Oh.
Um,
Oh god.
Well, after Hubert's information, maybe not. On the map, it just looks like a line. I'm like, we can cross the line. That's not a problem. There's a road even.
But there's not a
It's
bridge.
just a challenge.
We could use the
Not
dome.
like we're all big heavy rocks, you know.
You can fly. I can jump over the river.
And I'll just walk along the bottom.
There we go.
Can you do that? Is
I
that
don't-
a thing?
I don't think I have to breathe. Maybe I do have to breathe. Mm,
How heavy are you? Like, what are the chances that you will get swept away if you try that?
How many
How
people?
heavy am I?
How many people can you fly at once, Hubert?
I am 600 pounds.
I can do 2.
Okay. You just heard of this riddle before. You fly 2 people over, take a nap. You fly 1 person over, take a nap. You fly 2 people back, take a nap.
That does require people being by themselves on either side of the river for extended periods of time,
It does.
which may be fine, but might not.
Shoot a fireball across the river.
You guys also don't know how big this river is.
No.
That's true.
I mean,
Jump
I mean,
50 feet.
yeah, up to you guys for sure. Don't let me giving you information that you guys should
History, you've
technically
been warned.
have.
it's going to take more than 10 minutes to get across if we fly.
Well, we can
I don't
always.
You just,
Always.
I'd say
We always go there and see if we can cross it, and if we can't, we can always come back.
I was going to say, to summarize the information that you guys should have, right, is that Cornelia knows that Velgari's in that direction, but she knows Velgari if you guys got there to an extent.
Mhm.
She just came from there, but she doesn't know the path to get there. And
I would be reassuring about the spiders on the map as well.
yes, you would be reassuring about the spiders on the map. You know what that means. And then Hubert, yeah, you've been warned about going too close to there in your explorations
Mhm.
by Stout. And you know that people don't generally, that's not like
An easy path.
yeah, it's not a path that people really travel too much.
Okay. Maybe we take the. What was the information at the crossing again? I can't remember the rumors that we heard. For 13. Do you guys remember what this was about?
In here?
Right here.
I'm guessing that that's there because I meant to do like an intro thing, but I'm guessing that that's there because your conversation with Ohio Jack, and he stated that that bridge seems to be a relic of the same kind of technology that the power crystal plant had.
Okay. Maybe we take our warnings, check out the bridge, and then we can cut right to Rascom.
Do we know if there's crossings at Rascom? I guess the river kind of ends there, does it? Or what way does the water flow
into Rascom?
And where does it go from there? Does it continue south? That kind of dark area?
If we can't leave from Rascom to Burkhart, we can always just turn south and then go into the jungle, go looking for the monster.
It's fair.
Let's go check out Mecha Mystery Bridge.
The Fool's Crossing? Or no, that's not the Fool's, that's the
Ancient Bridge.
Ancient Bridge.
Yeah. Fool's Crossing is the city below it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Plan made.
To the bridge.
We do it.
You do it.
We succeed.
There.
Well done, team.
All right. So you guys are headed out. The town is being, yeah. I didn't do my recap.
Goodbye,
You know,
friends.
it's fine.
And remember, what was her name? Don't stab anyone while we're gone.
Right.
Oh, Claire.
Claire, yeah.
With great knife comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, yeah, last time you guys finished up at a strange, uh, like power plant-esque site that had lots of crystals and way more questions than answers, and definitely didn't almost murder all of you
Yeah.
multiple times. And you made it back to Bundarico to see that between the townspeople and the goblins, they have started rebuilding and cleaning up quite a bit. And now, after having a discussion with Ohio Jack, in which he was disappointed that you didn't have the crystal that he requested, but seemed at least pretty happy that you guys were still alive. And has stated that he is interested in the um, things that he can learn historically and like about the culture of this ancient civilization that he studies. But he also has another party who tipped him off about that location that hasn't seems to have an interest in the Four Claimers, seemingly, but you guys don't. Other than the fact that he got that from a different source, who's also interested in this ancient civilization, he didn't have very much other information to share with you about him. And now you guys have decided to journey southward, since Hubert was told that he should probably make himself scarce in this town for a while after the parasite attack. Gage has his list of ultra important tasks that he must fulfill to save the world. And Carnelia is really just trying to observe as much as possible and find out any information that she can about the her god that has contacted her once now directly. And is seemingly interested in crystals of some sort. So, yeah.
Pretty impressive that you got direct contact with your god. This is Cameron speaking, not Gage. And I feel pretty good that you put one up on the scoreboard by turning off the factory water. Hopefully no one goes and turns it back on, but yeah, it's not a bad start.
Like, hopefully that was what we were supposed to do. It was.
That's true. If she gives you a phone call, it's like turn on the magic training thing. Yeah, maybe she does want that. That would be a shock. That would be a twist that I did not see coming.
Well, if it has a different, if it wasn't just turn the water on, turn the water off. If that wasn't the thing to do there.
Something else we had to do.
Yeah.
Entirely.
It's true.
We never really quite figured out where those crystals were coming from that were polluting the water.
Yeah, or the source of the water's draining effects.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go back there eventually. I need to discover myself once I figure out that it's connected. Anyways, yeah. I guess we journey south.
I think you guys, just FYI, I think you guys did end up leaving the water on.
We turned it off because I went to go look up. I flew up and looked at the waterfall. It was slowly turning off.
Okay. Maybe you did. I don't remember fully. All right, sounds good. All right, so you guys are off on another adventure. One of your party is a little slower, but not as slow as she was the previous day.
Let's see.
Are you down to 1 point of exhaustion?
I am.
I forget. The long rest will move
Yeah.
you up a level, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they changed what the exhaustion levels do.
Oh,
They
They
did.
changed all the rules. I think you can
Yeah. It
go
has
back
the
and look
legacy
at
rolls in
legacy.
here. Disadvantage on ability checks. But the new rule is -2 to D20 tests and -5 feet to speed.
That sounds a little softer.
Yeah.
I mean, they did soften a lot of stuff. I feel like they softened a lot of stuff, and they tried to make it more
Realistic.
streamlined.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they also buffed the characters. I forget
Oh yeah,
a lot. Look at it, he's like, fighter, you get like 5-second wins. It's like, what is this?
I think what happened. Well,
Sort of like on
'cause,
hard
right,
mode.
sidetrack D&D,
Yeah.
right? Like
Mhm.
early levels before were like a slog, right?
Yeah.
And then later, like extreme later levels, you were just like a
Easy.
god, basically.
God mode.
So like,
Balancing is hard.
but
Not our
anyways.
problem.
you just have to power scale everything uncontrollably. Obviously, if this campaign is anything to go by.
Right. Do we have to make like walking through the forest roll?
Yep, you guys are gonna have to make at least one.
If we walked through peacefully with no negative encounters, maybe we can just find some money on the side of the road. It's not cursed or trapped or belonging to someone else. I'm trying to think of what else. We just find some abandoned healing potions. Say free, and definitely not poison. You can trust me.
All right.
We can make mystical snow cones.
All right. So, you guys are gonna head south, and you're making your way through the forest, or not the forest, the jungle. Almost the same thing. And you guys are getting pretty good at this. You've been doing this for a bit over the last couple days.
We have.
Don't try this at home, kids. We are professionals.
We are trained. In hindsight, we might have wanted to spend one more day under Eco.
That's true.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was. It did cross my
already
mind.
left.
You guys didn't have to leave immediately.
Yeah.
On to the next adventure.
Would have been boring narratively.
Narratively. I mean, it's a town. You guys could have
It's
done
true.
something.
Probably cause more destruction inadvertently.
I don't know.
Give more knives and daggers to
I'd have
kids.
more nice children. Like, why do all the children in this town have knives?
Throw buckets through the windows.
All
be cool.
right. I'm really prepared for this, guy, as you can tell today.
Very good. I can stall for time.
Go for it while I think about exactly how we want to do this.
This is metagaming, but I'm trying to think about all the things we can do with magical ice. I'm hoping that it just never melts or never.
I was gonna say I can put some in a flask and just have cold drinks forever.
Exactly. Permanent cold drinks, just always cold, like magical snow cones, like magical ice cream. Some sort of you could invent the refrigerator. Think about being able to store some of your cooking.
Yeah, I was thinking about the fresh ingredients. Yeah,
fresh ingredients all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. You're gonna become the land's #1 chef. Be like, how did you get this ingredient from here to here? It's trade secret. But I am a little nervous about when we get there, and it's you're cold.
It's cold here.
I will make many a bonfires.
We're gonna need to save some of our money for coats. Don't know how expensive coats are. I do want to go shopping, hoping to save enough money for buy a coat. We can find out which places in this area are hot. Probably down with that giant danger volcano. And which places are cold. We can get the hot food and sell it to the cold food people. Get the cold food and sell it to the hot food people. And make a bunch of money.
If we throw magic ice into a volcano, what happens?
Yeah, would that be like Coke and Mentos?
I don't know. I know one way to find out, though.
There's one way to find out.
I'm just going to cause, destruction on a cataclysmic level by throwing magic ice into a volcano.
Right. Magic ice that can never melt into a volcano that can, never cease. Why are there now permanent earthquakes?
Right.
Fractured the continent.
Permanent smoke and steam into the sky.
It'll be really good against the
Turn it
dragon.
into Mordor.
Exactly. I did see one of the skills I can take eventually is the ability to cast heat metal. But as long as I take cold maintain concentration, I get resistance to heat damage. And I was wondering, is there a way for me to do that? So that way, if we run into fire monsters, I can heat a piece of metal and just keep fire resistance up all the time. Against a dragon doesn't really have metal on them, so it won't be as useful. Probably don't want to do it to my sword, because then I would just be
So if you have any daggers, throw it into a dragon and then heat it.
Oh, there we go. Too bad I gave mine to a little girl. I'll buy a new dagger.
All right.
That's a good
Specifically for heat metal.
Specifically for heat metal.
Apologies.
Oh, you're good.
This is my heat metal dagger.
If I do have a heated sword, hold on to it. Can I hit someone and do bonus fire damage? All right, we are ready.
I get a perception roll from everybody.
Everyone.
What's that?
I'm not very perceptive. I don't.
A roll for perception. It's an ability check. Roll.
I know. What is my...
not good.
Wisdom.
not
It's a wisdom
terrible.
ability check. If you have perception, then you may add perception.
I got it.
bonuses.
I got it. I don't got it. 8.
Oh, I beat you.
I rolled a 4.
Oh, ouch. You got a good modifier. I got an 11.
I'm gonna say you and Cornelia and you, or not Cornelia, sorry, Gage and Hubert are really into this conversation that they're having.
Yeah.
9.
Nice.
I'm very
Cornelia's just so
distracted.
confused by what they're talking about. She's like, why am I traveling with these people?
That's right. Every once in a while, she has.
Stuck on giving the dagger to children. Why
happens
is he
if I
worried
accident-
about getting these daggers on fire? I can do that real easy if he wants.
Every once in a while, Cornelia asks, "Why am I here? What am I doing?" But then something happens. And don't ask those questions.
Yeah, so yeah, so you guys are wrapped up in this conversation just slightly. But Gage, you do happen to hear some rustling off to your left as you guys are walking along. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna stop?
Guys, yeah, I put my hand up for stopping. Turn to them and go, my hero senses are tingling. And I point to the bushes, quietly, doing my, combat quiet communication, which has worked out successfully in the past. And I'm going to draw my sword out, and having, communicated with hand motions, quiet, spread out, by, waving my hands, and, encircle. I'm going to stealthily move up towards the bush with my sword in hand, confident that my allies are preparing to ambush this possibly.
Well,
I'm gonna poke you in the back. Don't forget the Pokeball.
While you were doing all of this stuff, there's going to be 4 creatures that jump out of the bushes around you guys, basically surrounding you 3.
I was trying to surround them. This failed.
These creatures look pretty familiar, actually. You feel like you've seen something like this before. They
Are
are...
they frogs?
Huh?
Or sheep? Are they frogs or sheep?
They're slightly less undead than the one that you guys saw before, but
salad dog.
they are 4-legged creatures that have giant flowers with teeth in the middle of them as heads.
Are we going to scrap room or untitled?
I think Untitled was our last one. Although Scrap might have Salad Dog on it somewhere. Maybe not. No.
You guys did fight Salad Dog on one of these maps, I think.
We did.
I like how it became Salad Dog and not Flower Wolf or something.
Well, it was looking a little wilted and stuff.
That's
it
right.
It wasn't really blooming because it was undead. I don't see a Salad Dog anywhere, so we can do anything.
A dog with leaves on it. Or a dog eating salad, eating lettuce. Perfect. Dog just looks angry at the salad.
It's a cat, but
that is a cat. All right, so basically, yeah, you guys were walking. Kind of, I assume you're walking somewhat single file. Is the normal
Yeah, I'm in front
through forest jungle area. And yeah,
That's
you're
fine.
basically surrounded on all four, like, diagonal.
Oh yeah, we still have
sides.
the tattooed black ink magic nonsense too.
I forgot
What?
about that.
We didn't actually wash that off magically.
We are
Yeah.
currently magically stained.
Yes.
Camouflage.
Right.
Can you copy these things, or do you just have to drag more of them into the thing?
I was gonna see if there was a better one.
Okay.
You know, just copy.
Yeah. So, I want you guys to roll initiative.
They don't want to talk.
No.
Can
they
we
don't
resolve
want-
this peaceably?
They seem to be a path that are
It eats people.
hunting you.
That is a better roll. I have initiative 18 because I was already in the process of trying to ambush them when ambushed.
Well, you are the only one that noticed that they might be following you immediately
That's right.
before they jumped you.
Because as a hero, I am
Oh,
always ready.
well, I guess that's fair. They did. I got my fancy obsidian dice from.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, those are legit.
Yeah.
Ooh,
they
those are
have
very pretty.
spoilers as the 20.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty cool.
Because you guys definitely didn't figure out that there's something with these crystals and this world.
Yeah.
Yet you didn't know that.
So there was 4.
Yes, and they have surrounded us, so I moved them a bit to be surrounded.
Initiative. Oh goodness.
Yeah, I should probably.
They were very distracting.
Why are there so many dogs eating vegetables?
I'm pretty sure I have a bonus to initiative. Oh no! Okay, I got my nat 1 on initiative.
On your initiative. You were really into that conversation.
Right. It's a 3 if you add the bonus, but it is a nat 1. I don't know if that'll make it matter.
Okay, so wait. Gage, what'd you get?
I got an 18.
Okay. What did you get, Hubert?
1 or 3, depending upon how you want to count it.
It's an ability check,
matters.
so you just add your
Okay, then it's 3.
dex. 3. Okay.
For initiative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2.
2.
Oh no.
I thought mine was bad.
I rolled a 3
Oh,
and I have -1 to dex.
yeah. She's tired.
That's
You guys
true.
didn't let her rest finish resting at the town.
Didn't think about
That is
that.
true.
Oh, that was just my flat roll. I didn't do a disadvantage.
I think it's ability
Disadvantage
checks.
on initiative rolls.
Ability checks, yeah.
I'm just giving you an excuse for why.
Yeah. I guess this is technically the possibility you could get a 0. I have a suspicion that it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah.
What are the odds that these dogs, which probably have some sort of dex to them, got a 1? Yeah, like even if they rolled a 1, I guarantee they have at least +1. Like there's no way.
They are made of salad. Apparently, they're made of salads. And then a Tasmanian devil.
It's a dog. Trust me. I love it.
Well, they did not roll one. They rolled a 20. So,
Yeah.
So our loved ones just didn't matter anyway.
which is fair because they are ambushing you now. So,
Surprise.
what's your order?
I'm in front. I think, Cornelia, are you
I'm in
in
the
the
back.
middle or in back?
Probably in the back. Yeah, standard order.
Standard order. Oh no.
You gotta grab both. Control Z.
I was looking for plant type Pokemon that would
What's up?
good. But most of them are pretty happy.
Well, that's
they're
because they're
pretty
about to
happy.
have a meal.
Right.
All right.
All right. Do this. Do.
Yeah. So,
Time for some. I suspect these guys have pack tactics, so prepare for some nasty attacks.
um, yeah. So the first Thistle Wolf is going to attack the person in the front,
Bring
which
it.
is a gauge. They are going to attempt to bite you.
I'm going to attempt to not be bitten.
They did 20.
That does beat my AC.
All right.
Succeed.
You take
A small amount of damage.
jeez. I rolled 2d4s. I got 4 on both of them.
Nice.
So you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Right?
Plus,
What's this plus about? There's no plus.
$14 points of acid damage.
Whoa, that does hurt.
And then, yeah, basically what has happened is big flower dog has come up and just like engulfed the whole top half of your body.
Oh.
Just like a giant Venus flytrap, kind of like boop.
Oh no.
And so on top of that, you are currently grappled.
Oh no.
I was going to say, if he's grappled, does that mean that it can't get away? He could be in prime spot to catch it in his Pokeball.
That's right. You can hit it from the inside.
From the inside.
While you are grappled, you are blinded and restrained.
Let's see. Blinded and... I don't worry too much about the blinded, but the restrained sounds bad.
And you're going to take damage at the beginning of each of your turns.
Good thing I haven't had my turn yet.
All right. So salad dogs jump out of the forest or the jungle and immediately engulf the one person who noticed them. The second one in that like front kind of area is going to attack Hubert with its tail.
No, it's not.
It's going to try.
Disagree. I object.
Right.
It rolled real bad, so it rolled a 10.
I'm pretty sure that misses.
I would hope so, unless you don't have armor for some reason.
I have a little bit of armor.
All right. So you like jerk back out of the way, like back as this mouth just engulfs the friend that's in front of you that you were just talking to. And by doing that, you like jerk and a tail like vine swipes right where you were and it just misses you.
My reaction is slow. I didn't notice them pop out, but I noticed the attack. I was dodging them popping out.
You were just in your surprise.
Really
you
slow.
dodged.
Yeah.
The second one from the back area is also going to take a swipe at you, and then the third one is going to also take a swipe at you, Hubert, and the fourth one is going to swipe at Cornelia. So that rolled a 1. So Hubert is just the master of dodging. Like the Matrix.
The Matrix.
I picture you with this big, like, Samwise Gamgee backpack on, and you're just like, boop, boop. Oh, my friend.
Like counterbalance, like.
Right.
It's like, what are the Weeble Wobble?
Yeah.
And then that's going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That hits you? Okay.
Nice.
Am I wearing my armor?
You probably don't. I think you're just using your natural. You might.
I thought you took it off at one point to do stealth stuff, but I thought you had put it on since then, since we did long rests and whatnot.
I have it off.
I will say that because that was like way before when you guys were like in the power plant. If you want to have put it back on while you guys were in town after you rested, then I will let you do that. Have that be a thing.
My guess is even with armor, it's 16 or less. I'm just gonna take a guess. I think all of our ACs. No one had a higher AC than me. I think Noel and I were tied.
I'm at 16.
I'd be 15.
And I'm not a tank.
Yeah.
It's 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nolan, you are tied for tank. You and me have the same AC.
I shouldn't be. I don't know how that happened.
Just because I don't have great armor or great dex.
I think I have dex.
Okay. So that is going to. A nice, perfect spread of a 6 and a 1. So that's going to do 10 points of bludgeoning damage and 7 points of piercing damage. As you're watching Hubert like jerk and like Steve somehow just get missed by all these things. Another tail comes out and like whaps you across the chest a little bit and catches you. And it's pokey. It's like a thorny vine, basically. You know, it does lots of damage as it scrapes across your rocky skin and armor. Did you decide that you're wearing your armor just in general?
Yeah, I'm wearing scale mail.
Okay. Okie doke.
1 to my AC.
More than 0. All right. Mr. Gage, you are currently
blinded
inside of this thing. And at the top of your turn, unfortunately, you're going to take more acid damage.
All right.
So that's going to be another this.
So is it the dog that's angry at Cabbage or the Leafeon that's eating him?
Probably the angry Cabbage dog, to be honest.
Okay.
It does look very angry.
That was another 13 points of acid damage.
Ow.
But don't worry, you all get to go now.
Age is bloodied.
Cage is
Just gonna say-
like, ow, why?
One attack took half my health. Right. Well, it's my turn now.
So what does restrained do again? I forget.
No worries, I just pulled it up. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So I have double disadvantage if such thing were possible.
Yeah,
The
'cause you're
creature
blinded.
has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Yeah, so your options are to try to attack it with lots of disadvantage.
Or break free.
Or you can do a strength check to try to rip yourself out of it.
I think I'm going to try to break out of it.
Okie doke. Please give me a strength DC check. Save.
That's not great. How about a 6?
That's not going to do it.
Probably not.
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to do second wind. Take a deep breath. And
inside of this beast. It's
right.
very kind of putrid and like lots of rottingness in there.
I said it was not undead.
Well, it still
I thought it was fresh and
it still digests.
See which one to use. D10. Okay, I get 5 plus 7. I get 12 points of health back.
Nice.
See. And then I'm going to use Action Surge and try again.
Okie doke.
Like I'm free, and then get like I'm trapped.
Oh no.
19 plus 3, 22.
That would do it. So
All in the
Gage,
breathing.
you see it like wiggle a little bit, and then it stops, and then it looks like questionably inside, there's like an expanding, like he's like breathing, and you're kind of like, why would you do that inside this creature? And then you see Gage just like rip himself out of this thistle wolf's mouth. He's covered in goop that looks like it's kind of burning him a little bit, and it does not look like it was a fun time inside of thistle wolf. But you are free. Just
you wait till my next turn, buddy. That's my turn.
All right, Hubert, you are up. Your 3 initiative.
Yeah. I think I am going to create a bonfire under the one that just ate my friend.
Okay.
I don't think it's an attack, but they get to make a dex save.
We did this before. What did we do?
I don't remember.
I'd look it up, but I don't think that's in the standard player's handbook.
It's not an attack. They get to make a dex save. And they had to either move or continue making dex saves.
Yeah, well, they stand it otherwise.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the okay? Yeah. What's the DC?
Hang on, pull up my sheet again. 15.
15. Well, they rolled a whole 5, so they definitely did not save from that. So what's the damage on it?
It is 2d8 fire
All right.
damage.
All good.
Roll it, sir.
Yeah. That is 10. I don't think he gets any bonuses either. Nope. No modifiers or anything. So 10 damage.
That was number 1. All right.
Yeah. I'm also going to say, bad dog, no.
What was
No eating friends.
What's the roll on damage vulnerabilities again?
I think if you're
Is it
resistant,
double?
you take half. If you're vulnerable, you take double.
Yeah, that's kind of what I assume it is. Sure, we'll do that. All right. Yeah. So Hubert pulls out his book and points at the ground.
Face from the ground. I'm just setting up camp, don't worry about it.
Whoosh, fire. And the salad dog like jumps straight up in the air and like yipes, but you see it gets like torched on like up its side and on one of its legs, and he looks a tiny bit crispy. All right. Anything else?
I don't think I have any good bonus actions. That's gonna be it for me.
For numbers' sake, Salad Dog 1 is the Angry Corgi. Salad Dog 2 is Leafeon. Salad Dog 3 is the one next to Leafeon, the pup with the puppy, and 4 is the Golden Retriever.
Okay, and which one's
With
crispy?
broccoli.
Or is that a lab?
One.
I don't know. What? Sorry,
One's
the broccoli. Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Nolan just torched number 1.
Yeah. No eating friends.
Carnelia. So you're done, Hubert? Carnelia, you are up.
Is there a way that I can position myself and hit 2 different ones? Not the ones that. Well, I guess he's not in. Gage isn't in his mouth anymore.
Yeah, I'd say if you were on a grid right now, the crispy one would technically be like here if Cameron or oh my gosh, you guys have too many things.
And so we're each in a
How do you
square.
grab multiple things? I don't.
Click and drag or
Will you
control
shift?
or shift.
Oh, it didn't work for me. Shift maybe. Oh yeah, so it'd be like this. Same thing with like this one, and then Nolan's like they're like diagonal all to Nolan.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then so 3 is directly above me and 2 is directly above Cameron.
Actually, no. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say the 2 attacked me.
This on grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Can I hit both 3 and 4 in a 15-foot cone? Or can I hit 3 and 2 without hitting Nolan?
I don't know that you can do either of those things. Maybe 3 and 4, like a cone split between them.
That's a scale.
I think that technically would work. I would let you do that.
Okay. Then I would like to use a first level Burning Hands.
Ah. Alrighty.
My hands together, and a thin sheet of flame shoots from my outstretched fingertips. They must
More
make
fire.
a dex saving throw.
Alright. So number 3 rolled a 19, so they probably saved, I would assume.
Yes.
And then number 4 rolled a 14 plus 1 is 15.
Okay, then they save as well, so they take half damage, 3d6. Uh, 9. So they take, I forget if it's 4 or 5.
Well, they're gonna take 9. Just breaking.
Double
Not that
damage
you
in
know
half.
that specifically, but you know. I think you guys can infer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Salad dogs do not like fire.
We have gone up against one before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you like put your hands out and fire like shoots out and they both kind of like jerk away from your cone, catches the edge of them, and they both get a little bit singed. It's like a blackened flower on one of their petal on one of their heads, and one of their vines looks a little charred. Fire. You know, my lack of map making, I was worried about it, but you guys are having enough fun. I'm no longer worried about it.
We got you.
All right.
Oh,
Anything else?
Uh, no, unless, is there the thing where I can use a reaction? Oh no, that's like, my turn. Never mind.
That's all your turn?
you don't
Okay.
have healing spells.
I remember you telling me something like if I use my
Yeah.
reaction space, then.
That's level 10. I have a ways
Oh,
away.
okay.
I can do something very fun.
Future
Talk about
plans.
it later.
You don't want to tell me too soon. I definitely won't forget later. Alrighty. Salad dog number 1 is going to step like up 1 space, so it's diagonal to Gage. Nope, the other way, but like still next to
Next to Leafeon.
his friend.
Got it. Fire there.
Crispy. Crispy salad dog. Pork salad dog. And he's gonna roll a 3, so I'm pretty sure he's not gonna hit you, Gage. He like whips his tail out in anger that you've escaped. But it's gonna just glance off of your armor and maybe wipe away some of that acid that's still stuck to you.
Oh, I apologize, but it has to make a dex save before it does anything. It's when it starts its turn.
Oh, okay.
Or ends its turn there.
What? No, what?
It says a creature must also make a saving throw when it moves into a bonfire space for the first time. Or
it moved out of it.
It's, okay. Yeah. I can't read.
You're good. I was about to do it. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
more fire damage. I was like, that doesn't make very much sense, though. Wait a
Each time
second.
on a turn.
Yeah, I imagine if it ends its turn on it, or if it moves into it to go through it.
If it decided to stay on the fire.
If it moves onto that space, it has to make the dex save, and if it fails it ends its turn.
Yeah, like can't move anymore.
Yeah.
It's just there. Yeah.
Just worded a little bit weird, but it makes sense.
All right. And now Leafeon is going to Leafeon Salad Dog is gonna try to take a bite out of Mr. Hubert.
Don't get eaten.
Didn't you learn last time? Bad dogs. No.
He rolled he rolled a 14, and +5 is 19.
Okay. We will train them one day.
Right.
You guys need to get a handle on your salad dog.
Creature handling.
Right, let me see. What are my animal handling skills?
All right, so he rolled 5, 6, 7. So 8 points of piercing damage.
I'm sorry, how much you said?
8 points.
8 points. Okay.
And then, yeah.
It's not too bad so far. Things can attack diagonally, right?
Yeah. It is. It's like still within 5 feet. It's just at a 5 feet diagonal.
That's going to be 16 points of acid damage. And you are blinded and restrained. Second salad dog. Gage, you like just ripped yourself out of the first one, and you're like a little bit like getting your bearings, and then you see another one right next to you lunge right, and now Hubert, who was standing right next to you, is like half encased in.
My heart breaks for my friend. I know the pain that he is currently going through.
All right. And then the two that you just... He was not happy about the fire that's being engulfed everywhere now. The other two are going to go after Cornelia because she just scorched them a little bit. They are both going to do thorn tail attacks again. So that's 17 plus 5, so that's definitely going to hit you, I think.
Yes.
14. I don't think that hits you, though, does it?
Does not.
Yeah. So...
Good thing you put your armor on.
You sort of matched it before.
Ties tie.
9, 12 points of bludgeoning and another 7 points of piercing.
So 19. Oof.
One tail like whiffs past you, but in jerking out of the way to dodge it, the other one comes and smacks you in the face a little bit.
It's a point blank fireball.
All right, that is Salad Dog's turn again. Gage, you are up.
Ready. Gage, seeing his friend experience the torment of salad dog consumption, gonna try to liberate Hubert from Salad Dog 2, aka Leafeon's mouth. I'm gonna take my sword, wind up, and use my new spell called Awesome Hero Attack. When you make a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can spend 2 style points and shout the super cool name of your attack to gain advantage on the attack roll. If the attack hits and you're within 5 feet of the target, it is considered a critical hit. Gage is going to wind up with his great. Yep.
Questions. I don't know if we've ever discussed this, or did we? What are we thinking as far as?
Am I going to hit
Hubert? Do you want to? I'm trying to decide if I should let you roll for hit before you spend. Does it state in your thing whether or not you have to spend style points before or after you, if they modify your attack?
So it depends. So for the other one I have, which is called Extra Sparkly Hero Attack, it says when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend any number of style points. So with that one, I hit a creature, and I can do it.
Choose to, yeah.
Choose. This one says when you make a weapon attack roll. So I think I have to.
Okay, so that one sounds like you have to do it before. You have to decide that you're going to try to do it.
But it does have a bit of a. There is a possible plus to it as well. It does come with some risk versus reward, depending on how you want to interpret the rule. So it cost me 2 style points, but when I get critical hits, theoretically, I get 1 style point refunded to me. So there's a chance that, depending on how you interpret this rule, I have to spend 2 in advance. But if I do get the hit, it's a critical.
You get 1 back.
I get 1 back.
Well, what was the wording on it? Does it just do critical damage, or did it say it is a critical hit?
It is considered a critical hit.
Okay. Then yeah, I would say that would refund whatever the refund you get is.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have to spend 2 up front, but so if I just miss it, then I've used half of my magic and get nothing. Okay. But if I do hit it, then
you get at least 1 back.
I get 1 back, and it's not as yeah. It's right now I only have 4, and I got 4 on my level up, so I'm using half of my power right now to make an attempt.
Okay.
So it's interesting, but we'll see.
So
the other thing, I don't know. Can I make it? Gage wants to think about this real quick. My thought is I can hit this salad dog in such a way that I'm not also going to hit Hubert, aiming for the back half of this thing.
Yeah.
Or if I swing really hard, am I also going to hit Hubert?
How thick is the salad dog?
Aim for the butt.
You do not know how this, unfortunately. I'm sorry to tell you.
Okay. Well, because I think in the past, Gage has a memory of being grappled by something and also being hit for that damage.
Yes.
So Gage is going to cry a little tear and at the last moment redirect his sword to Salad Dog number 1.
Okay.
Because he is afraid of cleaving Hubert in half. He doesn't want to rescue Hubert from the Salad Dog, only to have him cut in half.
Okay.
So we're going to try that instead.
I will let you know now, as you're making your attack, you do have disadvantage on your attack roll.
For what?
Because it's a feature of the salad dogs, and part of the reason that they are staying near each other.
Close to each other. Well, risk versus reward. Here we go. I got 1 shot. Ooh, that's probably going to be good.
Did you have advantage for some reason?
My ability gives me advantage. The awesome hero attack gives me advantage.
So it is, you do get advantage, so it cancels. Okay.
Flat roll.
Yep.
14 plus 6, 20.
I do believe that is going to hit him.
All right. Oh, that's right. I forgot to. As Gage is swinging the sword, he shouts, "Dragon Slasher!" and brings it down on this dog, which is not a dragon.
And Cornelia goes, "Dragon, where?"
All right. I forget how the crit works. I probably should look that up. Is it? I roll 2
crits
dice.
are you double the dice
Total?
damage. Like
Yeah.
you
Double
double
the dice
whatever you roll
damage.
for your dice. And my other homebrew thing is if you roll 1 on any of your damage dice, that you can re-roll that.
Luckily, I
On your
also
crit.
have it's called Great Weapon Fighting, so I also reroll once. Crits not needed. Let's see. Think. Yep, that's right. Do this too. That's better. 6 plus 3 is 9. Times 2 is 18. Plus 3. 21 damage as I bring the sword down.
21 damage.
Yep.
Alright.
If he's still alive, I'm going to make another attack. This one has disadvantage, though.
Unless you do your hero attack again.
I could do the hero attack again. I don't know if
You got 3 of your charges left.
I have 3 charges left. Let me make. I think there's a thing that you can only use one
One
power per turn. You can't just be like
Doesn't make
crit,
sense.
critical,
Crit.
critical.
Move everything in this instant.
There are a
Right.
few. Let's see. Da.
That
Hero
does make
powers.
sense.
Yeah, you can only use 1 hero per turn unless otherwise specified. It's like there are some that I can use like
Together.
multiply,
Yeah.
but this one is not one of those. That would be freaking dope if I could just be like
Mhm.
critical,
Critical.
action
I mean,
surge, critical.
I was gonna say because you are a fighter, yeah, it would be pretty
Yeah.
broken. Anyways, yeah. So you cleave down on the salad dog, and you like, cut a bunch of his like petals and leaves. He kind of like sheds a bunch, a bunch of foliage, but he's still standing.
All right, I'm gonna use my second attack. We'll see how this goes. This one is not with advantage. This is disadvantage. The first one is a 23.
Okay.
Second one's a 10.
Oh. Yeah, that's not gonna. Oh, look, a grid. It's
Dragon
very small,
Slasher
though.
takes a lot out of me.
Yeah.
Bring a lot down. It's a lot. The backswing. I haven't figured out the backswing yet. This is my first Dragon Slasher. I'm still working it out.
And say if you have a transparent like image of a grid, or is that what you did to insert this? Apparently, you can upload images. Yeah. So
Afterwards, I'll make a new one that we can have this as the background.
The box is different sizes.
Because it's not the right scale yet. It's not. Why are some of them not showing up?
yeah, it's like some
It's
of the lines.
lines. Some are grayed.
Like this looks like an inception of squares with squares and squares with squares.
So I did like dark squares and light squares so that if we ever need to do double scale, there's like a lighter background.
Yeah.
But some of the black lines didn't show up.
Yeah, some of them did.
Yeah.
They look like they gradiented out a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll fix that
anyways,
later.
Yeah, I swung, I missed.
you swung and went a little wide on the second one, and now Solid Dog is. If he had eyes, he'd be glaring at you, but he doesn't have eyes. All you see is a toothy maw.
If he had eyes, I would gouge them out.
Ouch.
I know, hardcore. Anyway, that's my turn. I'm out of things. I would action surge if I didn't already use it.
Use it. All right, Hubert, you are blinded and restrained inside of a salad dog, and you are going to take another. Ouch. 17 points of
Oh my gosh.
acid damage. I just rolled 2 6s and a 5
Nice.
on 3d6.
Light him on fire.
I'm bloodied.
Hubert's. If he lights him on fire inside of him, is he just gonna like smoke himself out?
That is a good question. I do not know.
Create a bonfire
What's the check
inside
to
his
get out
stomach.
of grappled or restrained?
It's a strength check.
It's a strength check?
Yeah.
How strong are you?
Or a strength.
Not.
Can you do like a Pinocchio to Monstro? Make a tiny bonfire inside the stomach to like make smoke, then he like sneezes you out?
I think I will do the bonfire underneath it
Well,
if I can.
I don't think you can do a bonfire underneath it.
In front of me?
Your top half is engulfed inside of this thing right now.
Okay. Then I'm going to be doing the strength check to get out.
Okay.
Confident.
Like you can set a bonfire inside of him, but I will tell you now, if you do that, you will also take the full
Fire
damage
damage.
of whatever the bonfire does.
He'll take
Okay. I'll do.
double.
No, I'm going to do the strength check. I'm going to get out of this.
Our strongest
It is
member.
an 8.
Uh,
I think I get out.
no, Hubert wiggles and you hear some stressed noises of
Oh no!
panic, but he is still not fully, but half encapsulated inside of the salad dog.
Nelia, we're gonna need you to save us.
Just save them.
You blink?
I was thinking about that. I don't know how that works if you're grappled.
I have it up if you want me to
forgot.
read.
Hold on. I think I have advantage on being grappled.
Oh, that is true. I think you took that one. Did you take that one? It depends if you took that one.
I did.
I thought you took something
Amorphous.
else. But
No, I took Amorphous.
okay.
So I have advantage on grappled, restrained, and stunned.
Okay, roll again.
All right, show us your super body.
It's a 30.
Oh no!
I'm still grappled.
You're just like wiggling, squirming.
Really lively noodle this dog has.
Your other companions, if they weren't busy fighting the other things, might be a little concerned by like the way that some of your limbs appear to be bending.
It's one tough salad.
One tough salad.
Okay. I think I have a new page with the grid in the background.
Okay. Do we want to move over there?
Let's see. Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, that looks.
Copy everything.
That looks good. She's got it.
Oh, that looks like a grid.
Yeah.
This makes more sense. The other.
I think I had to make a new page in order to actually have the grid be the background.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
I think that's why you made the other one too, right?
Yeah.
With the,
Yeah, because I couldn't add the map to the background. It would always like move around if you just like tried to do it.
Accidentally clicked it. Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Nice.
everyone? I tried to match it to the previous map, but is
Yep.
it lined up correctly?
Yep.
This looks good.
Like it.
Cool.
Would you like the
Crispy
definition
one.
of grappled or restrained, Nolan?
I think he's good now. Or oh, you mean for it, his other possible thing that he might be able to do if he survives the
Just
next
like-
turn.
Yeah.
Can't you use like blink as like a reaction or something, or as like a bonus?
I think it is a bonus action, but I don't know, like, how does that work when somebody's grappled
Well,
for like a Misty Step?
I think it might be more trouble if you're blind, because grappled says a creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from any bonuses to its speed. The grappled condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes the grappled creature. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the reach of the grappler or the grappling effect, such as when the creature is hurled away, a thunder wave.
So that's like an involuntary movement, Thunder Wave.
Mm-hmm.
Can you like voluntarily like blink yourself? Like Flash.
Misty Step had some things about it. That was kind of
doesn't have much on itself, but I think there's been like lots of different like discussions about it online, if I remember right.
Hold up.
Adriana, do you know it is your go, by the way?
Oh, thanks.
Misty Step
if you-
while grappled.
If you hadn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Hubert is still very restrained. Crispy
And he's
one
restrained
is
by 2, right?
by 2.
Okay. I think I'll still just deal with these 2, and I'll probably do the same thing again.
Okay.
So
If we're allowing Misty Step to get you out of grapple, then I can do it as my bonus action, which I will probably do now. What is the ruling on that?
Yeah, I will say that you can Misty Step out of the grapple.
Then I will do that like 10 feet backwards.
So, like, to here?
I will blindly do it 10 feet backwards, yeah. Back the way we came. Assuming we didn't, like, turn around or
You're, like, just in the jungle still.
right.
Okay. You are no longer restrained or blinded. You are covered in lots of acid. It's very wet in there.
I can imagine. Or I don't have to imagine. I just know now.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that is your turn.
That's my turn.
All right. So you're gonna Burning Hands still, or are you?
Yes. So I
Oh,
need
you
dex
don't-
save for 14.
Well, that's a 20. So, and then that is only a 12, though. So 3 saved, 4 did not.
Okay.
4 is about to be sad.
Oh, not as sad as I am, though.
Oh no.
Oh.
6 damage.
Oh no.
Oh.
On 3 dice.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no.
I feel so
Not
bad. I just
great.
rolled 17 on 86 against Nolan. All right. Well, that was unfortunate. So they still don't like fire very much. So you still did a bit to at least one of them. 3 looks slightly better, obviously, than 4. They're both still pretty much standing pretty tall.
Okay.
They're a little singed and charred, but they still seem raring for a fight. It's a good thing you and Hubert are doing all these magic attacks that don't require you to roll to hit
Yeah.
and do super effective damage against them. Essentially. All right. Any bonus actions, or is that?
That is a good question. Can I see specifically bonus actions? Yes. Now, can I not see all the filter lists?
It says you are a mage. You do not have bonus actions. You have spells.
Sometimes spells are bonus actions.
That's true.
Yeah, some of my healing is.
Misty Step was. Yeah.
Why? So I can look at what I can look at all of my spells, or I
Yep.
can look at the list of filters.
Oh,
But unless I search for a specific spell,
Fun.
the list of filters is not going away. There it goes. See. Oh, I should call it my spiritual weapon. Oh, but then it's doing auto attacks. See within range. I know that I'm pretty injured. Is Gage look as injured as I think I feel?
I'm less bloodied. I was more bloodied, but then I inhaled deeply.
rancid air inside of
So
a salad dog.
I look roughed up.
And he felt better.
One might say that I'm not currently bloodied.
Okay.
Hubert, I think, is in the technical term bloodied.
You guys have all taken a decent amount of damage, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I think I'm going.
It's okay if you heal yourself. You are the healer.
Mhm.
So if you go down, we're in trouble.
Not great.
Yeah, I think I'm going to healing word myself.
Some positive affirmations.
That's right. You got this.
I
Doing
got
great.
this.
That's right. I got this.
Okay,
Yeah.
1d4 plus modifier. I think it's wisdom.
That's so tiny.
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell though. Like I could upcast it, but well, I guess I'll second level it.
My spells are always max level.
Yeah, second level is the highest that you can go to cast a second spell per my combat rules.
I will upcast a second level healing word. So 2d4 plus 3.
Roll good.
Yes, 6. A plus
Nice.
3 is 9.
That is pretty good for a
Why
healing word.
can't I cast Healing Word in 2nd level spell slot? Okay. Okay, so 6, 9. Woohoo! I'm above half health.
Nice.
Okay, that is the end of my turn.
Okay, doke. This could go poorly for everybody, but we shall see.
We might get wiped right here.
All right.
When we get to a town, I'm buying armor.
Alright. 1 and 2 are gonna take tail swipes at
Bring it.
Mr. Gage.
Bring it.
The first one's a 5. Plus 5 is 10, so that's definitely not gonna hit. And the second one is a 17 plus 5, which is 22.
That'll hit.
Yes. So you are gonna take.
One salad dog.
Okay, I think I can survive 1 hit from a salad dog.
Well, this looks like it's it. You got no more after this.
Yeah. 2 hits will be. This is the round where we need to win.
12. So that's 12 points of bludgeoning and 7 points of piercing damage.
It's 7.
Yep. So 19 total.
As I said, we got to win in this next round.
As the one that you, Salad Dog number 1, takes a swipe, but he's a little wobbly from the burning and the slashing from that crit that you gave him. So he kind of like, his tail kind of like reaches out and just kind of like bops you on the chest a little bit. But then the other one, there's like, it's like a really bad 1-2 punch. The second one comes and follows up, and you're like, that wasn't so bad. And then you just get like blindside clocked by the second one. Number 3 is actually gonna move to here diagonally. And number 4 is also going to move here diagonally.
They don't like being in the burn zone.
I think they want to attack you.
Oops. Right. Yes. Number 3 is going to go and...
Oh, wait. Real quick. There's a thing on Burning Hands. The fire ignites any flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. Because they're creatures, they wouldn't be flammable objects, right?
Yeah, I don't think, since it's like not being worn or carried, that's just them.
Yeah, they are.
They are the flammable objects.
They are flammable, but technically people are flammable. So
Yeah.
Everything's flammable if you make it hot enough.
Yeah.
I mean, are they like green, fresh vegetation, or are they like dead, drying vegetation?
I mean, they're pretty, like, they're alive. So.
They're less. They're less. They're a little more dried out.
Fresh.
They're not as fresh as they used to be 10 seconds ago.
They are charred a little bit from all the burning.
Number 2 is not.
No. Number 2 is chilling.
Number 2 is,
Right.
Number 2 is not taking any damage, guys.
I know.
It's okay. We gotta eliminate the ones that we can.
Number 3 is gonna take a tail swipe at Carnelia. That's a 17 to hit, plus 5 is, yeah. 22. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
It's another 6 and a 5 on
Okay, so
D6s. So 11 plus 3 is 14. And then 4 points plus that of piercing.
4.
What was the roll to hit?
17 plus 5 is 22.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've been rolling pretty good.
Glad I healed instead of increasing my AC.
Yeah, that probably was a...
Yeah, their to hit's pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the number 4 is going to attack a Hubert who is running away. Or not running away, but seemingly
In a way.
escaping.
I should have gone a little bit further back.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
Miss Hubert.
That's going to be bad.
Yeah.
That's going to be real bad.
Especially since now Adriana can't really use her burning hands.
Well, I'm going to pull out big guns this next turn, but it's going to cut me off from everybody.
Gonna be able to do it without hitting Hubert?
Yes.
Hubert might be a seeming stone in a second. I don't know how much help he has, to be honest. Let's see here.
Yeah, my assumption is he's going to be down and out.
Depends upon the damage rolls.
So that's 13 points of bludgeoning and 10 points of piercing. That could have been much worse. Still bad, but it definitely could have been
alive.
Oh, that's impressive. That's more help than I have.
But I'm looking real bad.
That would have knocked.
Just holding on.
All right. That is Salad Dog's go.
I'm going to aim at dog number 1 again and shout, "Draghead Slasher!" I'm going to try it again.
Number 2. All right.
So far.
You're going for number 1 again?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, it probably is not going to hit. Only 13.
Oh. Not quite.
I'm basically out of magic now. Second roll is a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
And that was with disadvantage.
Jeez. Of course.
Yeah. Sad. That second roll didn't roll. I got 10 damage.
10 points of damage. He is still standing. He's looking pretty rough, though.
Yeah, I was really hoping to... Oh,
Take him out.
You know what? I have one more magic point left. So with that, I'm going to use the last bit of my magic and use extra sparkly hero attack. And that'll do an additional 3... What?
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
That is, the way that works is when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can spend any number of style points. For each style point spent, add an extra radiant damage equal to your charisma modifier to the attack's damage roll, and the target must succeed on a constitution saving throw or become blinded until the start of your next turn.
Okay. So it's an extra 6 damage?
Just 3.
3. Okay.
But he has to roll to see if he's blinded or not.
4.
My
What
DC
kind of roll was it?
con.
Well, he rolled a 4.
That does not beat.
Plus 2. I will tell you that it does not seem to have had much of an effect on his.
That's right.
They have eyes.
He does not have eyes. Gage wasn't thinking very clearly.
I mean, he's a little.
Darn.
Don't worry. I've got this.
Adron is going to save the day.
That's good
Cornelius
because
is going to save the day.
I used all of my magic. I'm out.
We don't
All right,
have
Hubert.
enough D8s.
Would you like it? I have a D8 if you want.
Do you have one more after that?
Yeah, it's behind me though.
I already went through the dice. Pulled all of them out of here.
Oh.
Just roll half and half. But all right,
Yeah.
Hubert, you are up, I believe.
Is the acid on me for effect, or is that an actual thing I got to deal with?
No, that wasn't a.
Okay.
That was just
okay.
flavor.
Just for
Same
visual
way.
effect? Okay.
You guys are just covered in like
Yeah.
digestive juices. It's not hurting you anymore because you're not like
Okay.
dipped in it, but it is. Yeah.
Just wondering.
You said he was covered in acid, so I put some acid.
Right. So I was like, do I have to wipe it off or like? Okay.
No, you're
I'm going to do a bonfire under number 4, the charred broccoli salad dog.
okay.
So he needs to make a dex save.
I don't think he saves. He rolled a 5 and he's got a +1, so that's a 6.
No. 11 points of fire damage.
That's good damage.
He is dancing on fire and all of his legs are like blackened. But he is still standing. He's doing the salad dog equivalent of like yipping.
I want to cast emotional damage. Be like, bad dog, no.
Sorry, I don't think you have vicious mockery.
No. Practicing though. One day I'll get there.
One day.
That's right.
One day it'll work.
There's a feat for that.
I think that's going to be it. I don't think I can chance a opportunity attack by walking away. So I think that'll end my turn.
Okie doke. Cornelia, what you got?
I am
Hopefully
going
damage.
to cast a 4th level spell,
Mm-hmm.
Wall of Fire.
Yep.
Mhm.
How far from the tree line are we on both sides?
Not really.
Okay.
I'd say that
It
like
seems like we're on a developed path.
you're not really on like a path. You guys are just kind of like in the jungle.
Okay. Well. Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo.
Oh man,
Kind of.
that's kind of what I was expecting.
Makes
All
it look
right.
like there's some sort of a little path, but
Fire.
Fire,
Okay.
fire.
So they need to make a dex save
Okay.
or take 5d8s of fire damage. They still take half on
Half, even if they
Mhm.
fail. Yeah.
Yes.
and it's one roll for all of them. Damage.
Oh my
Right.
gosh. No, they'll each roll their own deck save.
Yeah, but the
The
damage.
one
itself.
damage roll for all
Yeah.
of them. Yes. One of them rolled a 1, so
Nice.
Okay. Are you going
That's
in number
good.
order?
yeah, I'm just gonna go in number. So 2
Right.
rolled a 1. 3 rolled a 9, or well, 3 got 9. So I think that fails.
That's a fail.
And 15.
15 passes.
Okay, so 4 passes, but that's the one that's the most hurt. So this is probably still going to be really good for you guys.
Yes.
Not super great for me. I was really hoping for that.
I get a feeling all three are gonna get TK'd. Adron seems very pleased with her
That's
damage.
true. They do half damage. So
I rolled 26.
You rolled 26. All right, so that's gonna be
52 and 26.
It's 5. Yes.
At least 3 is probably gonna go down. Number
And
2
4.
might live.
2 will probably live.
Number 2 failed, so he's going to take 52 damage.
Yeah.
They're kind of tanky.
That's true.
all right. So, do you want to describe your your grand
Grand firewall.
Frustrated with these guys seeing my friend go down. I like, fine, I'll try this new thing I've been practicing. And I just like raise up this big wall of fire, like 10 feet past them on either direction so that they can't just like walk out of it. I can no longer see either of my friends and they can't see me. There's just this 20-foot tall wall of fire now singeing the trees on all around us.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that later.
1 minute. You guys are standing in a forest and you're being smashed by vines and eaten by salad dogs. And the next minute, all you feel is heat right next to you, especially you, Gage.
Yeah. Toasty.
It's just this
Right.
solid wall of fire that goes up like 20 feet up in the air and just appears and like shoots out and spreads. And just like all of the salad dogs that were surrounding you, except for the one that you've been focusing on, all of a sudden you hear these like a slight like the start of like a yelp, and then it just like cuts off from behind you as salad dogs 4 and 3 just get incinerated into ash. Salad dog 2, you can see like the silhouette of something that looks like it's not super happy in the flames. Just it's in there somewhere. There might be something still there. But 3 and 4 are no more.
Okay. And then I'm going to have the 10-foot spread go in my direction. So I am going to move back 10 feet.
Okay.
I'll move to here because that should definitely be 10 feet.
Did you have to make a save for being in it?
No, as long as I don't end my turn in it.
In it.
Any creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side that I chose. Or inside the wall. And then they take the same damage when they enter the wall for the first time or end their turn there. The other side of the wall deals no damage.
So it spreads on a line.
Yes. So it's the line, and then on one side, there's like heat coming out of it for 10 feet.
Okay.
That's cool. I didn't know they did that.
I didn't either. I don't remember that part of the spell. pretty awesome.
Yeah, so the heat only hits you if you end your turn in it.
Yeah.
Or if
The
you
wall hits you by
Yeah.
being in it, and then you can theoretically try to walk through a wall of fire, but generally not a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will take some fire damage doing it.
Okay. Sounds good. That was a turn for sure.
You said
Do you
three.
have any bonus actions you want to use? Because you did move and
Um,
action.
I'm gonna hold it for now
Okay.
because I can't see my friends, so I don't
Yeah.
want.
Fair enough.
You said 3 and 4 are dead, right?
3 and 4 are dead. They have been incinerated into ash.
Perfect.
Like idea, like he would just did his bonfire. It's like, wow, my bonfire, it grew. I've become so powerful.
It's a real big bonfire.
I need to learn to restrain my power.
This is what Smokey the Bear was warning you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Smokey the owlbear.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because, you just have like a giant wall of fire now, and the trees aren't like. I'm going to say like the way that the jungle is. It's definitely there's smoke happening and stuff, but it doesn't. It's not like dry kindling where things are just like going up and
real
like
quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like wet jungle.
This one does not specify that it catches items on fire, where the level 1 spell did.
The heat
I think
of the
that
burning
will.
hands.
I kind of, unless it's at this point, I'm going to say it doesn't specify that it doesn't
Fire
catch
works
things
like
on
fire.
fire.
Yeah.
If it's fire, it's probably going to catch things on fire.
Yeah.
Fire will act like fire.
The wall of fire in the forest does not catch the forest on fire. A little cone of fire that could burn it all down.
Yeah.
Because it's too concentrated fire. That's how that works. All right. Salad Dog's turn.
What are they gonna do?
What do they want to do? Is the question.
They like sticking together, but that one guy's gonna want to move for sure.
Yeah, I think this battle has turned swiftly not in their favor. And so they are both going to disengage and
Run.
they
Because
are
I'm
going
Gage.
to run. Basically,
away from fire.
yeah, they're gonna go like this way. They have 40 feet of movement. Well, I guess I didn't need to tell you guys that. So basically what's gonna happen is like, because you guys are surrounded by like trees and foliage everywhere, they're gonna disengage and they're gonna run in the direction that I just moved them and kind of like disappear into the trees for whatever movement. So it is up to you guys if you. Cornelia has no idea what's happening. She's just a wildfire. But they're gonna run. It is up to you now, Gage and Hubert, what you would like to, if you want to try to go after them, or if you just want to.
Yeah, we'll call it a day. We lived.
I'm calling it a day. I'm on 1 HP. I would like a short rest.
All right, we're like
Maybe away from fire.
go back to Bundarico. take a long
Yeah.
rest and be like, well, we didn't make it very far.
So there's this giant wall of fire, and for some reason it's like it's hot, but it's not like hot. Even though for you, Gage, you notice, even though you're standing like right on it, almost or right up against it, which
This
is
is
interesting.
I will be
Killer.
backing away from it. I don't need I don't need any more accidents.
Does
Really.
anyone tell me
I'm
that
gonna
they
be,
ran away?
yeah, I'll shout to Cornelia and be like, the dogs are gone.
Oh, okay. And then I stop.
What?
I stop thinking about this wall of fire, and then it disappears.
Well, that was crazy. You should have seen it. Hubert summoned a camp and whoosh,
I heard just whoosh
fire.
everywhere.
Was that you?
Yeah. So you drop the fire. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't up for very long either. So
Yeah.
like you can see that some
Yeah.
of the trees have like some scorch marks, and there's like some like the way wood smokes when it's like still pretty wet, and you try to like burn it. There's some of that happening, but it's nothing too crazy.
Okay.
There is like a big like scorch mark on the ground along where you
Here's an aesthetic question for you. Both Hubert and I had ink stains on us. Did the acid burn away any of the ink stains, like on my helmet? Not important.
Did you take your helmet off to look at it? Or did you look over at Hubert to see? Because his was all over his face.
I probably look at Hubert.
He is covered in a thin layer of acid slime, but underneath it, it's a big black splotch still all over his face.
Okay.
I'm gonna start wiping that acid off of me if I need to, or if it's still there. If
Yeah,
we had to start cleaning up.
Yeah, when we decide to settle down, I'm gonna clean up too. But like, Hubert, can we
here.
can we do one of those magic domes you have?
I was just looking that up. I don't remember how I did it.
Tiny hut.
Maybe a dome of fire.
Yeah. Is it this? No.
See, guys, I told you I'd figure out a way to almost kill you.
Yeah.
How do I do just the outline? Here.
So you guys are gonna.
Yeah.
Got it. Nope. How big is it, actually?
10 by 10 or something like that.
I forget. 10-foot radius.
20.
So it's going to be, about 4 squares. Yeah.
Oh.
You guys left your ink splotches behind.
Yeah. I wish you could like group
things
together.
Say move it back so we can get it together. Yeah. All right. I would like a
PowerPoint,
rest.
but interactive.
Right.
Let's see.
Google Sheets or PowerPoint.
There are a bunch of different spreadsheet or like collaborative board things that are online that you can use besides this. But this is what we got.
10 plus. Where's my snuggle?
So what do you guys? You guys are regrouping. Did you just like plop the thing down immediately in where you were fighting?
Yeah,
we go some of the chart area, but yeah, essentially, I'm not going to any further without a rest. I'm not looking so great.
You guys short resting, long resting? What's the plan?
How long does your tent last?
It definitely lasts like
You can do full long rest.
Yeah. It can last up to 8 hours.
I mean, I'd be down for a full rest, but
I wouldn't be opposed either.
Okay,
Did you?
no complaints. But I think we did leave like in
a
the
couple
morning.
hours ago.
Yeah.
So like we might just have to like do it twice and just make it like camping day. Long rest for like 8 hours, but then it's gonna be like evening. But like you can always go look out for dinner and then just sleep again.
Because you can only
Double
long
rest.
rest once a day, right?
Yeah,
I
like
think
maybe
so.
for rules, but like just to like
Mhm.
move the
Tomorrow morning.
story along.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we'd have to be like
Going at
broke
night.
for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah.
Just be like, well, we can't long rest until it's like 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
But like we could maybe by the like rules like long rest now, and then just say we spend the day like chilling, like do the tiny hut again when it runs out, scrounge for food, and then just get started on the next day.
Yeah, you guys could do like a little bit of try to do some safer exploration. I don't know how much safer exploration there's in this
Yeah.
jungle, but
No. I will be making a meal so we get our temporary hit points
Nice.
back as well.
okay. So you guys are long resting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Woohoo!
we can think about what went right, what went wrong. Oh yeah, I forgot to count for my temporary hit points in that last fight.
I don't know if you had any from the last. I don't know.
Yeah.
It kind of got weird with you guys being in Bundarico, and then when you left and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How many temporary hit points do we get?
Get 7.
Oh, 7 now.
7. It is our level. Or my level. But you have to spend an hour eating the food and enjoying it.
No problem. We have time to spare.
Well,
I will-
one person doesn't quite eat.
I will
So
pretend to enjoy it. I will smile.
No. This is how, from careful observation of other people eating.
some sort of ritual they do.
What are you getting?
As being sneaky, I muted.
Oh.
No one would have known.
I heard lots of crinkling, so I didn't know.
Getting a snack. I need my temporary hit points.
He's got to enjoy
Right.
it. All right. So you guys take a long rest. Good job. No one's dying now, hopefully. 'Cause that's how long rests work.
It got real close.
I
We'll
go
make
to
slow
sleep.
progress.
I'm all better.
It's
If
a
only.
magical thing. Yeah, this is a magical world.
I'll use the rest of my spell slots to heal you before we fall asleep, and then I'll get all my spells.
Okay. Thank you.
Imagine a D&D person coming to this world, and they like, what's a hospital? And we're like, it's where we take sick people. It's like, don't you just like
Go to
sleep it off?
Sleep.
He's like, no.
Right.
Over here, you don't just go to bed and then everything becomes all better.
Some people try to.
It's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works. Not super consistently, though.
Depends upon the damage you took.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
My leg.
Like 100 little paper cuts, you might be able to sleep that off and be okay the next day. But if you're like stabbed in the gut, that
Yeah.
you might need to
Address that.
You can
address
sleep
that,
off
yeah.
1 point of damage. You can't sleep off. I only have 1 hit point left.
I know. Like in reality, right? You and Gage should be fairly horribly disfigured by
Yes.
acid.
I
Yes.
think by several things.
Yeah. At this point, the ink and the acid.
The ink didn't do any damage to you. It just
No,
stained
but it
you.
wouldn't discolor, yeah. Unlucky for me, I was not wearing a helmet at the time. So
Yeah,
it
my
is on
helmet's
me.
smashed
They
into
should
my
take
face.
off the helmet and be okay. I don't have that luxury.
What if any of the ink got in like through the slit and had like a raccoon eye? Like,
That would be funny.
That's what I was saying kind of happened. Is you kind of have like a couple of like
Yeah.
small lines, not anywhere near as bad as Hubert's on his face.
he almost got crushed to death by like Parasite King Kong.
You did.
It's okay. I've only been nearly dead.
Nolan did
Most
get
did.
crushed to almost death by
That's true.
a mechanical
Well,
cat.
always look up.
Handled it real well. All right. Well, I guess we sleep it off and then continue our journey. At any point, do we think to ourselves, like, huh, maybe this isn't the line of business that we should be doing in? You know, Gage has to save the world. Will not be deterred
Deterred
by
by
such fatal encounters.
all right.
I'm also going to figure that burnt salad dogs might not be the best for collecting ingredients for future foods.
Find other food.
Yeah, did you guys have salad dog ash?
Salad, yeah.
I have a hunter trap.
Crispy salad.
One of my traits is I can procure food.
I mean, one of Nolan's traits is to turn the monsters that you guys fight into food.
Yep.
You like how you picked that
I
out?
always know what's edible and what's not.
Like you came up with this class, and then like several months later, Delicious in Dungeon came out, and like you basically
Right?
so we're gonna play through. You don't even need to watch the show.
Have you guys started that yet?
We'll get into it.
We're doing Christmas movies now.
Ah.
Started Red 1 yesterday. It is interesting.
It is a thing.
Action-packed Santa.
The Secret Service
Interesting.
failed to protect Santa. Maybe afterwards. Right. What do we do next?
We continue down the path.
All right.
We're looking for an ancient bridge.
So you guys keep traversing. And then I'm gonna need so you guys are walking up down this path that you're creating, trekking through the woods in the direction, as far as you know, that this bridge is supposed to be in. And it's pretty, like, there's not like a well-worn path, but there's like a seemingly pretty good, decent path. So you're pretty sure you're in the right, go ahead in the right direction. But you guys come along as you're walking around or walking down this through this area, you notice that um, you you start noticing some interesting like mounds in the ground. Um,
Hmm.
there seems to be like you've like approached the area, you notice like one or two kind of, and as you keep going, there seems to be they seem to be increasing. I'm going to need one person to make a survival check.
I'm not bad at
I
survival.
volunteer as tribute.
Okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
19.
19. All right. So,
It's a +4.
Mr. Hubert, um, you've encountered these once, and you know that these are anthills. But you also know that, like many things in this jungle,
They want to kill you.
they're they're not the most friendly of creatures, um, and they are quite dangerous. So, luckily, you um, recognize this, and you warn your friends, and you
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you have to take point now, but you can
Okay.
lead them through this patch of ant hills
Okay, hills. Do we know if
safely.
they're all the same colony or are they different colonies of mountains?
It looks like this grouping is it's like a grouping is
All
probably
one.
like the same. Yeah.
And try to start a conflict between the two sides.
You know, if we accidentally bump one, it might help to start another one and start a civil war.
Be like, hey,
But
it
if
was
they're all
them.
the same colony, probably not.
All right. Um,
So yes, I will take lead.
so Hubert takes the lead, and he safely leads you through this seemingly dangerous. You guys don't. The other two. You guys don't see any ants at the moment, so you're kind of like,
Thank goodness.
okay. But Hubert will lead you safely through the anthills.
Gage hasn't seen ants before, so he doesn't know what they are. Like,
It's like
sounds bad.
Hubert said they were dangerous. um, all right, and so um, as you guys have exited out of the seemingly ant-infested area, you make your way a little further, and then there's a break in the tree lines, and you can see um, even as I guess technically speaking, right? The other reason that you now know as you like exit the anthill that you're going in the right direction is that above the trees, even above the tree line, you can see a very tall tower, purple tower. Um, so, which
Okay.
based on descriptions that you've seen or heard about it from Ohio Jack, he said it was like a purple energy bridge. So that's probably
Or Claimer Bridge.
the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you guys continue to head towards the tower that you can see, and as you approach it, there's like a break in the tree line, and you can sorry. At the base of this and this tower, it's like um, so like the power plant had lots of metal and like um, but it was like silver with like glowing white. These towers, or this tower that you can see, is like a dark matte, like a matte black color
Okay.
with similar patterns but glowing purple lines all the way up it. Um, and it's kind of like a turret style kind of thing, so it has like a like a like a turret base open at the top kind of thing that it's too tall for you to see the top of, obviously, but you can see, and there seems to be like a more intense glowing coming from inside the top of the tower, or from the top. You can't see what is glowing in there, but there's something in there that's very bright, glowing purple as well. Huh?
Are we at the base of the tower yet, or this
You
just
guys have
something
just
I think
broken
we're coming
towards
up
the
to it.
base of this tower. Yeah.
is it open at the top? Like, does it look open? Like theoretically, if someone were to fly up there, does it look like someone could like? Whoop?
Yeah, that's it. Looks like a
Oh, that's what you mean by like it
like
looks
a
like
turret.
a turret. Gotcha,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like a rook.
Yeah.
I got you.
Castle turret.
It's exciting. And then, do we see the part that looks like a bridge?
Yeah, so as you break into this open space, you can see the turret. And then what you see for this bridge, you can see why Ohio Jack was talking about how it was like a relic of these foreclaimers, not only by the patterns that are like all over this tower and everything and the glowing, but what you see is this giant chasm that the one turret side is on. And then super far off, I don't even know if you could see that, 2,000 feet.
Oh.
That's pretty far.
The gap?
Yeah, there might just be like fog kind of
What's
like,
this map?
yeah.
Not the scale.
Right? I was
It is
about to say
not-
that map does not look to scale then.
No.
Okay, so those rivers are probably really big then.
I didn't warn you about
I know. But I wasn't expecting like 2,000 feet wide rivers.
I'm thinking like 60 feet.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting like lakes you couldn't see across that were flowing.
I didn't expect the ocean.
Right.
I like that lakes that you can see across that are flowing.
I mean, I'm taking this from them. I'm not sure that. I
Yeah,
think
I know.
it's like one of those like grand scale things, right? Like,
Yeah.
is this realistic?
No.
It is. The Mississippi River is wider than that
Okay, there you go.
Really?
in many places. In New
Yeah, it
Orleans,
like widens out.
in New
yeah.
Orleans, it's about half that width, but most other places, it looks like it's like the widest place it says is 11 miles wide.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Is it still a river at that point?
It says it's at a lake, so maybe part of the
like a
It like flows into a lake and then flows
flows out again. Yeah, crazy.
the widest.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Across the whitest part.
But anyways, yeah. So this bridge is super long, but from
Okay.
what you can see, it is a pure, flat, completely flat plane of energy. It has no supports along it. It's just like basically like, you know, in Portal, the like laser
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
walk, like that, except 25 feet wide and into the distance. What I will tell you is 2,000 feet. whatever your characters can like see.
As far as your characters can
Yeah.
see, that long. Yeah.
Um,
So far, move speed is like 60 feet. How long is it going to take to walk across?
60 divided by.
Yeah. Right.
you can also see at the base.
It's going to take 34 turns to cross it.
A couple minutes.
Yeah, and so the
It's going to take us 5.5 minutes to cross.
Or like running.
Yeah.
running at full speed.
Right. It's a big bridge.
So you can see, so there's the tower that seems to, what you can only guess powers the bridge because it's glowing the same color as the
Yeah.
bridge.
And you said it was our side that was glowing, or was both sides glowing?
I mean, I don't know that you can see.
Oh,
The
across
other
the other side.
I don't know. We can go look over there and then come back.
I'll
What are the
tell you
chances
that it does appear in the distance that there's
there's a
glowing
tower?
coming
Okay.
from something.
We can't see a tower stretching up into the sky from where we're at.
There is, yeah, there's a similar tower on the other side.
Okay.
There's a
Yeah, we
faint
think
purple
it's glowing.
glow, very in the sky.
Tall.
Can't
So
quite
what are
make
the
it out.
chances that there's one of those big gems in this tower here?
Well, I think we should find that out. Like, my first thought is we go look at the base and see if there's a door. Is there a door to this magical
Well, okay, so
lighthouse? We should let you
So-
finish.
you see the towers and you see the bridge. It stretches over this giant chasm. There's well, you haven't really looked into the chasm yet, so you could go
Yeah.
over there and look at some point. You see at the entrance of like the bridge, there seems to be like a there's like smaller towers that have been built out of stone. And you see a number of kind of like it looks like it's like a guard post or something along those lines that has been set up.
Heart.
Do we know
And
if
it
this
looks-
is like currently guarded, or there's like people here, or is this just like a relic that people don't?
I think we're about to find out.
But I mean, if we had learned about it at Bundarico,
Oh,
would we have known that it would be like inhabited area, or are we expecting people to be here or not?
Well, so technically speaking, so the whole point of Bundarico, or the reason that it was originally set up, not Bundarico as a town, but like why there were people there in the first place, is
Was
because
to protect the bridge.
of
if
the
I remember
guards
right.
that are posted from Rascom.
Yeah.
There's like a barracks in
Yeah.
Bundarico, guards, and most of the original settlers were like family of the guards that got posted out there. So yeah. So you know that there's usually guards posted, and it's usually there's a toll. So it's partially to protect the bridge, and partially because
big money.
the ruler of Rascom has also decided that the bridge is his and that people should pay him to cross it. Even though everyone knows that he definitely did not build it. But he's
But he
claimed
guards
it.
it. Provides a service protection.
But the other thing that you guys would have heard, I guess kind of weird. But as you guys approach, you notice that it looks like been in more of a disarray, and you noticed when you were back at Bundrico that there were seemingly um, more guards than usual around the town, helping with the rebuilding. Um, and it turns out that the lack of guard presence at the actual bridge, it seems that bandits have kind of taken over at least this side. You're not sure what's going on the other side.
Okay.
um, and
Do
yeah.
we recognize them as bandits from this distance? Or he's like, hello, we've come across the bridge. And like, hello, we're
Do
here
they
to
look
rob you.
like tax collectors?
I was gonna say, you guys, the other bandits got totally wiped out. The ones that you guys ran into earlier.
You from those bandits we murdered? You guys do know them?
You another group from them, yeah.
Or are you different
Um,
bandits?
Yeah, so you see the bandits have kind of taken over. You can see that there's like some it's tied up, but they also don't look super conscious guards that are like set up precariously close to the edge of the chasm.
Case of emergency kick guard. Unfortunate.
And as of right now, you can see 5 bandits, and it looks like 4 standard bandits and like some sort of captain guy. And as of right now, they are at the front, or at the opening of the bridge, and it looks like there's some sort of conflict happening, and it looks like the bandit captain is like holding some sort of lizard creature by like the throat.
It's a good thing we are great at conflict resolution.
The other bandits are like basically mugging the this small dragon-esque lizard creature. They seem to have like a bag, and they're like pulling different types of like bottles and stuff out of this bag. Yeah.
How far away are we from this?
I mean, you guys are. It's like, I don't know. You guys are probably like, maybe you're still in the tree line ish, kind of. Like you haven't necessarily exited the trees, so they haven't seen you. But it's probably like 60 feet away.
Okay. Gage's gonna turn to his 2 friends. I want to go save that lizard man from the bandits. I kind of want to go running / flying in there and make a big scene and try to scare them into letting things go. You'll see what I mean in a minute. But do you think you can back me up with scary large spells in case I need the extra distraction or firepower in case they don't listen to me?
I've got firepower.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Everyone's like, fine, Gage is gonna. All right, Gage is gonna run it.
Yep. I'm going to transform into my magic mecha armor. Use one
Okay.
of my style points to use the power mobile hero. And that lets me cast the equivalent of the jump spell, which will triple my jump distance.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where did I put that? I have to run 10 feet, but
Yep.
then I can essentially jump. Let's see, how do I turn this on? 48 feet.
Yep.
So my goal is to try and run, jump crazy long distance and land kind of sort of in the middle of all of them in an epic fashion that will scare and or amaze them. And then I'm going to do some sort of like awesome speech. Try and get them to stand down. But my first goal is to run and jump in there. Super awesome.
Well, Gage runs and jumps. I'll just hustle.
Mhm.
Wrong
No,
person.
following behind. Yeah.
Trying to keep up. All right. So there's like a group of them hassling this little dragon creature, and Gage
Like,
is going to
I'm gonna shout,
like.
"Let him go!" And
I'm just imagining because I said it was like 60 feet, and you have about like 50 feet of movement with that whole thing.
yes,
Is like you like walk like 10 feet out into the thing, and then bam, 50 like glowy
I was gonna say,
arm.
you can start your jump here, land 10 feet away, and then walk up intimidatingly.
I kind
The
of want to
rest
like
of the 10
land.
I think he wants to like land
in the
them,
middle.
or
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping they see me jump just for like the
You got to give out a battle cry then.
yeah.
You can't ignore that.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to like shout like "Let him go," or like "Stop that," or like yeah, let me start "Let him go" as I start my jump. Hopefully loud enough that they can hear it and turn, and then just see sparkling white magic mecha man jump, and then land like hero pose with my sword in the middle of their camp
okay.
like a
Yeah.
badass. What?
Well, it's not really their camp. They've just
Or
taken.
yeah,
They're just standing in front of the like pole bridge,
yeah.
mugging this poor lizard creature.
You
But
said,
okay,
you said that they're taking potions and stuff, or flasks.
yeah, they're taking flasks of like shimmering liquid out of this dragon's satchel.
I don't know what type of role that would be.
I'm just gonna let you do it, to be honest.
Just let me do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you jump in there. I guess yeah, you wanted to like intimidate them, right?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards intimidate.
Okay.
Just like
You do have good charisma, apparently.
I do have great charisma. Intimidate's not my best, but it's still pretty amazing. But like yeah, I guess like yeah, I guess I'm leaning more towards intimidation just because yeah, I'm trying to scare them and be like, wow, what the heck is this thing? Guy, what is this?
All right. Yeah, I'll say that you make your roll first, and then we'll go from there.
And because I really want to make this work, I think I'm going to use my new ability called Ultra Personality. Let me read that. By the 7th level, your magical personality has grown so much stronger that enables you to draw more energy from the power of hope and friendship. While transformed, you can add either your strength or dexterity bonus to your charisma skill check. Additionally, you can grant yourself advantage on one charisma check as long as you can see at least one of your allies. Once you have used this feature, you can't use it again until you complete a long rest. So,
All right.
having spoken with my allies and knowing that they have my back, I would like to get advantage on this roll as well.
Does it give you advantage?
Yeah, so I get to add my strength check, and once per long rest, I can grant myself advantage on
Oh,
one
duh.
charisma
That was
check.
the second part of what you just said. Sorry. That was a lot
You're
of
good.
words. All right. I'll give it to you.
Let's see how this goes. Just don't fail. I want to look awesome.
You
So
get
cool.
chances to not fail.
I rolled out of the roll thingy. That's a nat
Off
20
to a
on my
great
first
start.
roll.
That's a nat
Wow.
20.
Advantage not necessary. Just for the
Roll
fun of it.
again. Steve rolled
Oh.
twice.
Second
Double
roll
advantage.
is just to see what the numbers are. 15 plus 12. So that would have been without advantage a 27. With advantage, nat 20 plus 12 is 32. Gonna hero land, middle of the camp.
All right. You land amongst them in all of your shining glory, and they definitely noticed you running up as you bamped into your like super shining mode and then yelled really loudly. So they're definitely looking at you, and they just watch this like shining metal like object hurtle towards them, yelling loudly at them to stop and unhand this creature.
Unhand that lizard man, or else.
And as you land amongst them, all of them have like wide, terrified eyes, and two of them just like take off, and they just like book it away from here. And the one that was holding the holding the dragon by the neck, that looks like he's like the leader of this group, he like dropped the dragon when he saw you hurtling towards them, and kind of like started to back away a little bit, and he's like looking at you wide-eyed, and he's like he notices two of his lackeys running off, and he's like, "Hey, get back here!" And they just completely ignore him, and they're out of here. The other two look like they're kind of like stunned, petrified, and the leader goes, "Who are you? What's the meaning of this?"
See. I am a hero of destiny, and I'm here to stop your evil. Surrender now, or prepare to be slain. Then I'm gonna and
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
This is so anime. They haven't even noticed the rock person and the hyena man like running up.
Running to catch up to our friend.
But you guys can see, you're not yelling anymore that you were talking to him, right?
No, I'm not yelling in his face.
Yeah.
Just
But you guys do see the Gage has pulled out a sword, at least somewhat threateningly. Yeah, I mean, he's like, whoa, dude, like, come on. We're just bandits out here trying to make a living.
You know what happened to the
At least
last
they know they're
bandit?
bandits.
That's right. You know The last bandits we ran into weren't so lucky as you. I'll let you. Today's your lucky day. Leave now, and you can live.
Yeah, he's gonna take in the craziness that he just saw of you basically like almost flying and you're like glowing and then I'd say at this point that like Cornelia, I don't know, do you guys like run up next to Gage or do you guys like stop somewhere like close?
Kind of like just
He's like
behind him.
he's technically, even though he doesn't seem to be in any danger, because from what you can see, there's two bandits, like kind of, he's like in a triangle of bandits right now. You guys saw the other two like take off.
Surrounded.
He is surrounded, but the other two look like they're kind of like no one else has pulled a weapon out except for Cage. The other two are like it's almost like the if I don't move he can't see me kind of like frozen. And he does seem to be talking to you guys can probably hear him now. He's talking to the who looks like the leader, and the leader hasn't made any move to like the leader is like held up his hands almost in like like a surrender type motion versus like a, I'm gonna fight you kind of thing. So I don't know what you guys want to.
I think it's your chance to use thaumaturgy and just run in with like crazy sparkly effects.
I do not have that.
Before I
can start a bonfire.
Under Gage.
No, just like in front of me.
Yeah. Cast a fireball, blow up the
I'm saying, do you guys want to run up and like be involved in this, or do you guys want to like
sit back and watch?
Be surrounded by them.
Yeah, like I'd probably like stay back.
Yeah.
See like what their response to him is.
Yeah.
Like let them make a move before we react.
Okay, so you guys run up, but you're not like running into the direct sphere of like what is happening at this moment. You don't like run up right next to Gage in the middle of all of them.
Like if it's how it is on the screen, where like they're around him on one side, then I think we'd be like kind of behind him.
Yeah, we would have his back.
I didn't even see that.
But like if he's like completely surrounded, then we'd probably like I don't
be
know.
A little bit further back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
What a Geico lizard.
Like if he's like this, then we'd probably like come up like here, so that we're with him, but like not
putting ourselves in the middle of the danger.
Yeah, we're letting him.
Those two guys are gone. Lizard is like here.
I thought he was next to the captain guy.
Well, what happened was the captain was like holding him. So like originally, right, all four of them were kind of like here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Gage did his running leap of intimidation, he like dropped him and like stumbled back a little bit.
Okay.
The other two took off, and so. And he like dropped him, and the lizard guy kind of fell a little bit over. So like originally, the lizard guy probably would have been like here-ish. Anyways, semantics, grid-based shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America.
Captain America.
Well, originally had like a white captain hat, and it didn't stand out enough. So it's like I need something with some color.
Ready to slay the captain.
It's all good.
Yeah, but I told him to flee or else.
Yeah, he has now threatened them to. You hear Gage like telling them to leave, or they will meet a untimely demise. Except in a more heroic way, and not a evil villain.
That's right. I'm gonna heroically slay you. You're the bad guys here.
They did identify themselves as bandits.
That's right.
So they are well aware.
You said
They
it,
are
not
the
me.
best. Right. So yeah, we would come back our friend up.
So you guys are gonna run up to like his side there. So the
Yeah.
bandits
Yes.
can clearly like see you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bandits are gonna be like taking Gage and all of his heroic glory. And they're gonna notice, or at least the captain um, is gonna notice two other people running up and doing the quick math in his head of glowing guy that seems very powerful with friends that we're like 1-to-1 matched with. He's gonna go, okay, and he's gonna like kind of inch around you and grab his two friends by like the scruffs of their neck because they're still just staring at you like petrified, like, and he's like, okay, we're going, and he's gonna like yank on them and they're gonna like jolt a little bit and then they're just gonna take off running. He's like,
Pray we don't meet again. Cool.
they're gonna take off running, and you have fully intimidated these bandits that you never even learned their names or anything about them except
Nope. But I'm gonna try to turn to Mr. Dragon. Be like, hey, are you okay? Super chill.
while you're still glowing
That's
with
right.
your sword out.
I'll put the sword away.
Yeah.
Not a hand.
It should be fairly obvious we are here to help him. We scared away the people robbing him.
You did scare away the people robbing.
We assume are robbing him. We don't actually know. They were
taking things out of his bag while holding him by the neck. That seems
right.
Fair.
They could have been in the right. In which case, I'll track them down and be like, I am so sorry.
Here's your potion.
You
You're
look
jump
like
in the middle of
that
them
guy.
glowing first.
We robbed this guy
He
for
knows
you
you.
on your behalf.
I didn't realize that you robbing him was the good thing to do.
Apologize. No. So,
We've been
Yeah.
given an oddly high number of dragon people lately. Anyways.
yeah. So you look down, you hold out your hand to this. This is a tiny. He's like a mint green color. He appears to be a pseudo dragon. And he has this bag. You can see that the bandits kind of dropped all of his stuff. Luckily, none of the bottles that he had seemed to be full of like, looks like magic potion-esque kind of stuff, and whatever bottles he uses are pretty sturdy because they're meant to be like, traveled with and used on the go. So luckily nothing seems to be broken. He kind of looks at you and he takes your hand and heaves himself up, and then like he do any of you speak Draconic?
Gage does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he grabs your hand, and as he grabs your hand, in like a growly, clicky kind of voice language, goes, "Thank you so much."
Oh, you're welcome. Glad we could help.
And he like kind of looks at you in surprise, and he goes, "Oh, good, you speak Draconic."
Yes, my mom made sure that I knew it.
Yeah, and you guys, you other two, just like this is typical foreign language, like, oh, okay. But yeah, he goes, yeah, I just wanted to cross the bridge to sell some of my wares. My name's Mint, and I'm a potions merchant of potions and other magical liquids, basically.
Hi, Bint. My name is Gage. I am on a journey to save the world. We're also trying to cross the bridge. These are my two companions, Cornelia and Hubert. And I
Definite
point
fit.
to them. And then I tell them, like, this is Mint. He is selling potions and also wants to cross the bridge.
I like the dancing gecko more than
Okay.
Yeah.
robed frog man.
Echo Monster. Um,
You said he
Um,
only sells potions?
and magical liquid wares.
so basically potions.
I can ask him, like, Cornelia wants to know if you sell anything besides potions.
Typically not so much. I might have some extra ingredients once in a while, but not right now.
Would you... Don't have to worry about it right now. Like, we could talk about it later, but would you be willing to sell some potions to us? We might be willing to buy some potions. I don't know if we have the money for it, but we were gonna go shopping in the next town. If you
Well,
want,
actually, as a thank you for saving me, I had some things that I wanted to give you.
well, thank you, Mint.
It's a dangerous place out here, and it's nice to know that there's people who are willing to stand up for the little guys.
Happy to help. When you see the right
Um,
thing, you just gotta do what's right, no matter the consequences.
he's like, okay.
I can't help it. It's one of my ideals. It's written in my backstory.
Now he's really
I know.
What's a backstory? uh, yeah. So Mint's like he's kind of collecting his things, and like when you gestured to your friends, he like acknowledged them, but he basically said hi in Draconic to them. So all you guys see is like Gage gestured at you, and he looked at you and like made like a growly sound, but he didn't look upset.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, yeah, but he's collecting his all of the things that kind of have been spilled around after that, and he picks up his bag, and um, he's gonna hand you Gage um, as a thank you. He's going to hand you 3 potions of healing.
Awesome. I will later hand one out to each of us. So narratively, I'll do that later, but like I guess for inventory wise, like each consider
well,
having one.
do it now.
I'm gonna add it now, just so I don't forget.
Yeah, you should do that. But like
'Cause I will.
and as far as story wise, it's not gonna be like 1 moment, please. I'll come back.
I'm pretty sure I have another flask of the frog black slime stuff. Think pot frog.
Oh hey, we could
As
probably
well.
show him some of our weird flasks of stuff and see if he can like what do you
Well,
make
I
of
have the
this?
one flask. It had the weird water in it,
Oh yeah.
and then we emptied that for the frog.
Magic ink.
Yeah.
Frog ink. And then he's also, after he hands you the 3, he's gonna root around in his bag a little bit more, and he's gonna pull out a pair of boots, a scroll, and or a scroll, and he's gonna be like, I would like you to have one of these. You can have whichever one you'd like.
Uh, what do they do, if you don't mind me asking? I'm not sure what the difference is between the boots or the scroll. Or am I supposed to pick without knowing?
Um,
Which is fine. I just want to know what I'm supposed to be doing.
yeah. So he's like, these are two magical items that I found on my travels. Um, I'm not entirely sure what either of them do,
Okay.
but this scroll has a spell in it already, and one second.
You
Yeah, and I'm really not sure exactly what these boots do, but they have a very magical essence, and you can see they're pretty nice, like a little bit ornate boots.
uh-huh.
They're like brown leather boots, and they have like um, gold colored soles on them, um, and like a lot of compass-esque motifs on them.
That's pretty cool. Well, if you don't mind, I think I would take the boots then.
All right. He hands you the boots.
Thank you, Mint.
Thank you. Um, and he says, I really do need to be off. I was on my way somewhere, and that was an unfortunate holdup. And I very much appreciate you intervening for me, so I didn't lose all of my stock as well as anything else that might have happened. But um, it is nice to have friends or have friends that are adventurers around, and I'm sure we'll meet again. I will remember this. Uh, so uh, next time I might have um, stock that I can sell, and you guys will get the friends discount next time we see each other. If you ever want to buy anything. So
To say where are you heading?
Yeah, that's what. He's asking where's he going.
um,
I'll tell him that we're heading to uh, Raskin.
mhm. um, he's
I'm basically going to offer him, like, we're heading to Raskin. If you want to travel with us, you can, but no pressure. Sounds
yeah,
like you're in a hurry. But you want to travel with safety in numbers.
Yeah, he is gonna say, or he said. So I have, unfortunately, as nice as that would be, I have the place that I'm meeting my next client is in Fool's Crossing. But I'm a traveling merchant, so I I kind of bounce around a lot. So I probably won't be in Fool's Crossing very often, but I'm
Sounds
sure,
good.
especially if you're adventuring, that we will run into each other again.
Good luck on your journeys, Mint. And I don't know, like, shake his hand. But epic.
Dragon
Yeah.
shake. Okay. Is that all you wanted to talk to him? Did you sounded like you wanted to ask him something earlier and then it got sidetracked, but maybe you don't remember that, or maybe
No, I think I was going to ask him about, like, check out any of our potions type stuff. We don't have anything.
Okay.
So I think that's it. I'll turn to my friends and be like, Mitt's gonna leave. He's not going to the same place we are. Is there anything you want to ask before he heads off?
Mm,
Does he know what's across the bridge?
So I'll ask him like, do you know what's on the other side of the bridge?
Well, hopefully not more bandits. Probably, if it's normal, then just guards. More guards from Rascom.
If there are more bandits, stall for time. We won't be too far behind you.
Noted. Usually I'm a little better at uh, squeaking by such problems, but they were blocking the whole bridge, and I really needed to get across. So
Things happen. I almost died yesterday, so it's cool.
It seems to be a common occurrence for us.
it's a dangerous
Far
place
too
that
high.
we've chosen to make our way in. The
Yeah.
Bellowing Wilds. All right.
my I don't know if Cornelia would bring it up or not, but Adriana really wants to know if any of his ingredients for his potions would include like a slumber slug or moss wyvern toxin. Or
Oh, I didn't think of it. That's smart. You're better at this than I am.
I feel like most of our direction is surrounding
Yeah,
getting your things on your list.
that was part of, yeah. I'm too busy thinking like, well, the first one we're gonna do is like at the end of the journey, and like this wyvern slug is
Like some of these things like don't have locations associated with
yeah.
them.
Mhm.
It's not a bad idea. I guess I don't know if he can read common, but sure.
It should be common knowledge.
So I would say I was gonna say would Cornelia just be like, do you think he has any of the items on your list or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
because this wouldn't be the first time Gage has said bye, and then we're like, oh, did you forget about your quest? We're like,
You
no.
forgot to ask.
um, yeah. So, I would say based on like, so Hubert asked what was on the other side of the bridge. As soon as Hubert said that question, um, Min immediately answered in Draconic, but he did immediately answer the question without you having to like
Okay.
translate
Okay.
it to him.
So he understands, but doesn't speak common,
Andy.
it appears.
Okay, so if you
It's-
mention
Yeah.
the list and be like, oh, that's right, I'm not very good at saving the world, even though I,
Once
even though
again,
yeah, I'm not very good at this yet. I'm pretty new to being a hero. But
well,
I'm
you've done a
looking.
pretty good job, I would say, for me.
Yeah.
I'm glad that charging into things, I've got that figured out. But I have a list
True
of
mark of a
tasks
hero.
I'm trying to complete, and some of them include items that I'm not familiar with. And I'm gonna show him my list and be like, "Do you know about any of these, or have any of these, or know where I might be able to find some of them?"
So he skims through your list and he goes, well, I don't have any of those. Let's see here. It was wyvern toxin, moss wyvern toxin,
That was one.
slumber shrooms,
The
and
wyvern get away,
not slumber shrooms, slumber slugs, right?
and whom shrooms.
And whom shrooms. And he goes, well, those are all fairly specialized, but ingredients native to various places in the Bellowing Wilds that are used in potions. I definitely don't have any of them on me at this moment. Like I said, I don't always carry around I don't often, I would say, carry around ingredients, but sometimes I have them if I've collected them or gotten them. But I can definitely keep an eye out for them, and maybe I'll have one or some of them the next time we meet. He like pulls out a little like his own little like
His own little
notebook,
list.
and he like makes a note, writes down the three um those three ingredients.
Where does he get his potions, or where does he make his potions then? If he doesn't carry the ingredients around, like, does he have a base of operations that he returns to restock up, or a home?
Um,
He has his
no,
ways.
he just kind of,
He has his ways.
yeah, he like,
Okay.
well, I mean, are you asking him that specifically?
Well, I don't know if I would have had the context if he was speaking Draconic, but that's just me wondering, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, thanks, Cornelia. I appreciate that. It's gonna help look out for some of these.
Yeah, and then he
You should
does
put a little
say,
sticky note on your monitor.
I will also give you this information. Um, um, he does say that he is going to tell you that while slumber slugs and moss wyverns are fairly common to like the actual jungle area, whom shrooms specifically, um, you probably need to go near or to Brushwick, unless you find them at like an ingredient shop somewhere. But even then, you're more likely going to find it there.
Thank you.
Me too.
Really appreciate your help.
Thank you. You saved me and all of my products
Happy to
that I
help
currently
out.
have on me.
Hope you make a profit in the next town.
Always.
Safe travels, and I'll let him go about his business.
All right. He's going to put his stuff away, readjust his bag a little bit, give you guys like a little like bow, and he's going to head off down the bridge. Or across the bridge.
So,
All right, I guess we follow him. Across the
one thing I
bridge?
was gonna think about before we left, it might be cool to check out the tower, like see
Yeah,
if
That's
there's
true.
like a
Power
door,
gem in there.
or like go up to the top of it and like look at the gem. I don't know if we want to like mess with it too much. Don't want to accidentally turn it off, especially as Mint is
Like
crossed.
he's running across. Yeah.
He was never heard from again. We don't know why. It could be we just never run into him again. It's just that's the only reason.
It's hard to say why, what could have happened.
But so like besides, yeah, it's like so we might not want to mess with things too much, but it might be worth like looking around to see if like can we go in there?
Mhm.
Like are there buttons to
Yeah.
push? Like out of all the people on this continent, we do have the most button pushing experience that we know of.
That is true.
I don't know if you would like, yeah. So like, it might be worth investigating. It could take only like 5 minutes.
Yeah, if we look around for a door at least.
The only reason I haven't like,
If there's a turret, there's probably an entrance somewhere.
right? Even if it's hidden.
Right. Like Rapunzel Tower.
Yeah.
You have to climb up hair.
Also, I think Is Craig 4 hours?
Yeah.
I think we're getting close.
So
Got like 20-ish minutes, I think. A little bit longer, maybe like 30 or 40.
I say we started a little bit after.
Mhm.
I
If
guess
there's
we
a way to
started at
see
like
when we
10:17.
started.
10:17 is
Yeah.
what the
yeah,
Okay.
we
Okay,
started.
so we have time
is.
then. Yeah, so Gage is going to turn to his friends and say, before we cross, do you guys want to check out this tower real quick? It reminds me of the other four-claimer stuff. I forget if we've heard that name, but the other technology we've seen. I'm curious if we can learn anything
Yeah.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Better to check it out now
Check
than
it out, but
we're
not
here.
mess with it.
Yeah, don't
Look,
touch
but
any
don't
buttons.
touch.
That's right.
So you guys are gonna go investigate the tower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if there's like an obvious door, or keep an eye out for if there's anything that looks like it might trigger like a secret. Circuit boards that are like suspicious.
All right. So they're like they're not round towers. They have like 4 walls that kind of slope up. It looks like pretty smooth metal that has glowing patterns all over it, all around. I guess if someone wants to make an investigation check.
Investigation. I am not great at that.
Like Hubert,
I'm
let's
kind
investigate
of
this.
sure.
Hubert
Let's
and I are going to
investigate.
look at it. I will assist Hubert in his investigation.
All right, you can have advantage.
Good, because that was a 3.
I'm very helpful.
That was also a 3, so 6.
Look at that! Look at that one right there!
Look, there's,
No,
there's a
right
trick,
there.
guys.
Right there.
Yeah, those glowing patterns are very pretty and remind you of yeah, it's like a combination of
Stuff we saw before and
stuff you saw before, Gage's armor. Yeah, it's the same purple glow that was coming out of the crystals, the specific crystals that you guys found in the
dinosaur
Eradicator,
mix.
the dinosaurs, yeah, that you defeated.
Okay.
You do not. There does not seem to be any full ground level entrance that you can identify on these massive towers.
We were pretty thorough with our check.
And these are very tall towers. Like
Okay.
it's like the same idea of like how did the Egyptians build the pyramids? These giant things. It's like that kind of structure
Darn.
made
More
out
than
of
60
glowing
feet.
metal. Huh?
Is it more than
More
60 feet?
Yes, they're very tall.
It would have been pretty cool to look at the top of that thing.
I don't think this picture that I have, this illustration that I have in the book of it, is to scale either, because if it was to scale, I'd have to say that these buildings are like over 1,000 feet tall. Are these towers?
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Well, we tried. We learned. They're tall.
We have suspicions that there's a purple gem here.
Yeah. I guess we start crossing.
You guys are gonna start crossing.
And let's see. How long does... I think my transformation lasts an hour. 1 hour into crossing. I'll untransform.
suddenly stop glowing.
That's right.
Oh, Gage, you've lost your glow. Are you
Oh.
feeling all right?
Right. A little tired.
Should we be concerned?
Actually, yes. Sorry, side note
Very
thing.
fine.
Um, I will say, Gage, while you were investigating the
Touching the
tower
walls.
with the purple glow and everything, you felt a very faint, like, pulse of, like, kind of empathetic, like, sadness mixed with anger, kind of similar to the, like, pulse of feeling that you felt from the gem in the power plant. But if you could, like, it's weird because it's a feeling, right? But like you knew before that came, like you could identify somehow that feeling came from the stone before. Similarly, it feels like this one's coming from inside your head slightly, weirdly.
Hmm.
And it's like it's
That's weird.
very faint. It's kind of like a blink and you miss it kind of thing. Like it it's one of those things where like it happens so fast that you could pass it off as like
That was weird. All right,
nothing.
let's go. Maybe I'll figure it out the third time. Be like, you know what? These things are something. Something's fishy about this. Gage still hasn't put together the fact that he's sparkly glowy. These are sparkly glowy. Maybe there's a
So much
connection.
sparkly glowy.
So I don't think Gage fully understands that he is sparkly glowy yet, because he's never been like in front of a mirror.
The big gym. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, the only thing he knows that's sparkly glowy is that, like, when he swings his sword and specifically uses the sparkly glowy spell, then
Then
that
that's sparkly glowy.
that is sparkly glowy.
That's sparkly glowy.
Otherwise, he's still pretty ignorant at this point, unfortunately.
The gem at the water power plant that we tried to take was a white gem, you said?
It was a white gem.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thus far you guys have seen white gems, purple gems, and yellow gems.
Yeah.
Since it lasts an hour,
Mhm.
it's gonna take us an hour to cross the bridge.
I forget what the math was.
Well, this is gonna take 5 minutes if we did running.
If you like
Oh, okay, yeah.
sprint right across.
did.
Sprint, yeah.
If we were doing combat movement, right? Because like if we did dashing, then it would take like 2.5 minutes,
Yeah.
which is insane to think about. What the heck is that? That's crazy. Although I guess like a football field is like 900 feet.
2,000 feet is
Yeah.
almost a mile. Half a mile? 5.2. A little under half.
Okay, that's only like 2 laps around the track.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to walk that.
650?
Like,
Yeah. You'll have plenty of time after to be
Less than an
transferred.
hour. I'm still gonna be sparkly glowy when we get to the other
Yes.
side.
Easily.
hopefully. Unless you really
That's
take your
true.
time.
Unless we run into some trouble along the way, we decide to stop and do a rest.
We'll find Mick getting robbed again, middle of
Yeah.
the bridge. He has to cross too. He's crossed ahead of us.
Put in a good word with the guards. Maybe we can
Right.
convince the guards to not tax us because we liberated the other side of the bridge. We did their job. They should be paying us.
Right. That is
Yeah.
an excellent point.
I'm gonna make that argument when we get there.
If there's guards there, what if there's more
guards there.
bandits?
More bandits. Like, you don't want to see what happened to the last guys. Maybe
Were the bandits on the other side your friends? Because
That's right.
they're no longer.
maybe Mint is talking up and like, guys, you don't want to run. Like,
Since they
trust me.
ran off so fast, did they drop anything?
The bandits?
Yeah.
No, they were mostly just holding like Mint's stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if we became bandits? Just change the story.
The most
Just
heroic of.
And then come back here for a minute.
That's right.
I think that Gage would have to become Robin Hood. I think that's the only
Yeah, it's the only way.
the only bandit that Gage could be.
That's true. All right, we crossed the bridge.
All right,
Let's,
you guys crossed the bridge. I think
Onward.
actually I'm gonna call it here. And
Sounds good.
I could use water and bathroom break anyway. Okay.
you guys
Hello.
did
Do
it.
we want to do stuff before we stop, Craig?
The only thing that you might want to do is the D6.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't use yours, Nolan? I wrote my
I was
notes.
about to say,
Nolan
I
has a
don't-
D6.
Did I write that down somewhere?
It's okay, I wrote it down for you.
You did receive it last week.
I do have one.
Adriana
It's
has one.
inspiration. Yeah, that's right. And if we don't use it, it still stays. So I still got one.
I forgot
Eventually, I'll use it.
I think you will all
I gotta
now
use
have
it for
one.
my investigation.
Oh, that's right. Would have been 2 3s.
I gotta use that
got
to
much
get out of
farther.
Salad Dog.
Yeah, that would have been
That was
handy.
grapple.
You guys need to like highlight it or something.
Yeah,
Right?
Put a sticky note and like stick it on your computer, like someplace wherever you're looking at. Be
Right.
Like, yes.
On my character
Yeah.
sheet, there's a spot for heroic inspiration, and it has this like illustration of a sun. And I've kept looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Why do I have that? I was thinking, yeah, you should use that. Oh, you
Yeah.
you are.
Are we giving it to Cameron? He did have an epic
Yes,
intimidation
he did.
moment.
My hero.
That saved us
Hero
an
landing?
encounter. Yeah.
It did save you a fight with bandits.
Thank you, team.
With his nat 20 intimidation roll.
I know. It's
My
insane.
ultra personality. Net 20 plus 12.
Should I put us on the bridge so that we know next time that we were crossing?
Yeah, that you started crossing.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Started crossing.
Also, I'm gonna write down notes in a second. But cool. I think that that's the only thing that we needed to like note for next time. Maybe not that we're great
Yeah.
at checking the recording. But
Yeah. Speaking of which, I have to see if I have the latest episode up or I can't find the recording. I posted everything that I have recordings of. But that's something we can circle back to later. Not while being recorded.
is Craig ending?
One second.
I'll record.